All right.
There were Zorfs, zombie dwarfs.
Mm-hmm. You guys gained entrance to Dammerhall. You found a little hidey hole room filled with trophies and a beaten up armchair, which I don't know about Thrum, but I think I sufficiently sold it to Cope. That the room formerly belonged to Durin Trinehammer, the first king and founder of Dammerhall. Exiting that space, you guys went out into the lowest level of Dammerhall, which was the mines, and you uncovered a lot of zombie dwarfs working, mining, and using minecarts to ship minerals towards these mining elevators that take it up to the higher levels. Very intentionally organized. And that's like the brief of it. There's lots of little shenanigans in there, but...
And then we eventually took the pails upwards and got caught in the middle of a room with a bunch of zombies and one that talks.
Yes.
Yeah, I've realized playing Running Curse of the Crimson Throne how little of the actual story we managed to get through every session.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, you came in, you found some zombies. Fought some zombies.
Listen, we're doing this for ourselves. We're not trying to be one of those streaming shows that needs to cover so many plot points in 2.5 hours. Our one subscriber comes to us for authenticity.
Yeah, we have 16 or something like that.
Well, I think that's going up because I'm not subscribed to us. So
we're in the double digits, I know.
But you got to beat the game a couple times before you speedrun it.
Right, exactly.
After we complete all the campaigns, we just go back and speedrun and try to beat them all in like 3 sessions.
I'm telling you, that's what we need to do. Start a Twitch stream channel where we speedrun Pathfinder APs and we try to like glitch the game. Like literally, we just murder that noble at the start of Rise of the Rune Lords.
That's almost all of Book 2 gone.
Yeah, all of Book 2 gone. Pro strats.
Yeah, we have 16 subscribers right now.
That's weird.
And oh my god, 123 videos.
Yeah. We've been doing this a long time. This is session 62 of Sons of Dammerhall. Like we do this a lot, guys.
Indeed. Down like every week, I think.
Just about. When we don't have a week where we're playing, I feel lost.
Yeah, same.
So what is the question?
All right. What do you think is the greatest threat to Dammerhall post you recovering it?
Fergus.
Because you've encountered a few things. Fergus? Is that what you want to say, Throw?
Yep.
All right.
I couldn't unmute fast enough.
Maladraxus.
Yep. Putting on the ancient aliens wig. Dragons.
Oh God, they
I would
played
say
that.
Drow, but we also pissed off a red dragon. So.
Tactical also for Maladraxus.
And of course, the question of whoever made all these undead if we don't deal with them while retaking the place.
Worst villain or worst? I would probably say the underwater civilization.
God, the good old Apolis.
Mm-hmm.
That just leaves Fergus.
Oh no, I'm on the dragon train too.
Okay.
You can say Fergus.
He offends me. He's offended of me personally. He barely saw the rest of my family. He saw me face to face. I talked to him and then I stole his shit.
Out of character during that question, it dawned on me, we've got a really good labor force going down here. Should we try and find the head of the undead and just talk to him?
No.
Yeah, you could just try to co-opt all of this.
Anyway,
I've heard of a
I feel like a lot of
hostile
dwarves will
takeover
take exception to this.
Yes.
Also, we might get more friendly with the drow if we did that, but they might not. No one else might appreciate it.
I feel like there's a book series about this. It's like a society where they use undead for just all of their. I don't remember what it's called.
There's a couple.
Y'all
But it's
talked
just
about
seen
it
as like
in,
it's just
Warhammer
seen as
before.
like super cash. Like, yep, Grandpa died. He's joining the workforce.
That's terrible.
Well, what? You just gonna let him rot? Talk about a waste of resources. You spent 80 years pumping calories into that carcass. Get some labor out of it.
Yeah, at
Honestly,
least
I
now
think
he'll,
it's the most
you know,
realistic if
have a
we
return.
could create zombies. That's probably what we'd do.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, it just becomes super casual. Like,
I mean, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't a book, considering it's one of those common ideas. There's that copy pasta about the peaceful necromancer. The one set for Magic the Gathering had an entire plane that basically did it. I think it was Amonkhet.
Yep.
I think it's because it just very obviously challenges the preconceived notion of like desecration of bodies is bad, but what if it could be good?
But if you turned
Is
it
it
into
still
slave
bad?
labor. See, the problem with it is as soon as you got undead working for you, a group is going to come up and say, what about undead rights?
Well, the undead they're basically automatons, right? That's the argument. They don't really.
Yeah, like that's the argument I've always made. Like I totally get like shit like vampires and ghouls where there's some sort of like soul corruption involved. But like there's an argument that animate dead on a skeleton is not different than animate object on a chair. Like
Should you give the undead a day off to stare at the wall?
Although
They
to
don't
be
need it.
fair,
They'll
to be
never ask
fair,
for one.
animating an object on a chair is probably similar from a druid's perspective. That
Yeah.
was a tree. Oh,
Sorry, I was muted. You get into
I like
touchy
where you
subjects
took
if you
that,
go into
Mikey.
certain settings. What if there's a sentient robot and they die and you animate object their corpse?
Mhm.
Is that not just as bad as necromancy at that point?
yeah, but robots aren't people.
But I'm talking about the ones that are
If you
sentient, like in
recycle them
Eberron.
into a new,
I know.
but if you recycle them into a new robot, have they reincarnated?
I mean, what if you put a brain in a zombie? Is that not just, utilizing dead space?
well, zombies eat brains, so they're technically always having brains in them.
Putting brains in.
Brains, what's for dinner?
Hell, we're
All
already
right.
halfway there with what they did in the what they're doing in movies now, which is bringing back dead people.
We are rolling initiative, by the way, since we're having this
Oh, yeah, I did
diatribe.
Also, I forgot that Freya's suit is Lady Liberty now.
Yep, gold-plated lady. Oh yeah, which companion did you want? I forgot about that.
I think we went with Ignis, right? We're looking for a little bit of AoE control.
Oh, cool, you got it.
Burn, baby, burn. Holy crap, she only has 60 hit points?
She's several levels lower than you and a sorcerer, so. I mean, Fergus has got 95.
That's a lot. 60 just was low.
Well,
Looked low.
to be fair, I think
I
she's
forget
the
there's
only
so many levels.
full caster you've actually interacted with in the party. All of you, I think we as a group, 5th edition or Pathfinder aside, we do Law of Marshals, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's just interesting observation. I know why I do Marshals. I like Punch.
Well, I'm building up. I've started with marshals, and now I'm going to kind of half casters. And my fear one day is I will have to tackle a wizard or sorcerer.
You see, looking back, I kind of wish I had gone full sorcerer in this campaign. Not even to be blasty, but just to be
Just
tricksy.
to have some magic, yeah.
Well, no, I would have loved, like, looking back, I would have loved to have been like an illusionist wizard, and that could have still fit Fergus's stick either way.
Well, for the speed run.
But I just had come off of playing a wizard, so I'm like, I need a break.
Yeah. I think when we get to Second Darkness, where Kent's not going to be around to bail us out with his spell casting, I might actually try being a full caster for literally the first time, I've realized. So that might be my moment.
Yeah,
to fail.
I plan on being a non-Healy cleric on that one, so that'll be fun.
I would say I haven't saved too many asses with Taskell other than healing, but then, Blender goes burr.
Well, at least in Pathfinder with Rish, like did lots of stuff there. I mean, the boss basically tried to kill you at the very end.
Yeah.
And at least with Kier, not technically a caster, but you locked down Gagerd in that last fight pretty good.
I was just punching a gator. All right, what's a good music for this one? Screw it, let's try the new one.
So, Gombo, same kind of IDs on these zombies, or just the massive pile-up zombies, the same token?
Yeah, they count as difficult terrain. You can stop on them if you want, and they do the auto damage and everything like that. That's why I made their borders look different than the circular ones that I usually do, just so it's always clear.
Also, I like the name Dammerguard for this guy up here.
Yeah.
We need musicians named Dammerbards now.
All right,
Stop.
Fergus.
Damn
We just where we last left off, this guy up here said submit yourselves to execution and then work assignment. I assume you're going to take exception to that, as it's obvious that all the zombie workers are beginning to lurch towards you.
I just scream, I'm not going to mine again! This is after we got out of those pails, or are we still technically in them?
No, you got out of them.
Okay.
You can see the holes you came up right here.
Yep. Well, I guess I should deal with the one next to me right now. So, actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to target the guy that's up above, because I have ranged. I'm going to use my once-a-day hunter's mark on him.
Gidoki?
And I'm going to fire at him. So, first shot. 13, I will roll a d8 to try to add to that with superiority die to make it a 19.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 18 points of damage.
As your arrow flies through the air, it hits straight on the chest plate of his kind of like dark blackened wrought iron armor that kind of looks like it's designed to be a furnace. And the arrow pings off as he has a damage threshold.
Damn it. So hear me out. Can I try to shoot inside of his armor since my thing can phase through shit?
I thought about this. No, because then you're going to have an argument to bypass all armor on all enemies forever for the rest of the game.
This is fair, but I still gotta ask.
Yes, no, I appreciate it. I put some thought into it. I'm like, ooh, no, that would set a quite ugly precedent.
So 18 damage didn't go through?
Nope. It's damage thresholds are not something that creatures normally have in 5th edition. So even in character, this is like, what the shit? Like that should have done something. Because like he didn't even stagger back from the blow, so there's definitely some sort of magical absorption going on here.
So I just think, son of a bitch is as thick as Throme's head, and I'm going to target someone else.
Yeah.
I'm going to just shoot this guy right over here.
All right.
So that will be 15 to hit.
That will hit.
There's mark off, sneak attack on. That'll be 16 points of damage to him.
Yep, he takes all that.
And that'll be it.
So you do know it's not your bow that's malfunctioning. The Dammerguard's turn. He says, execute them quickly, then resume production. Quotas must be met. And then he's going to leave the room. Through that door there.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie horde time. This one is going to move onto Fergus's space. This one going to move. This one is going to move. These ones will move on to Freya's suit. Taskell. Thankfully, these zombie hordes are not fast.
I was hoping a few more would get into range before I used my divine channel divinity, but seems like they will be getting into range. 30 feet's a bigger radius than you would think.
Oh, yeah. All right. I believe that is just this one. All right. So let me see. Rending Horde. Okay. So I believe Nulgrim will take 4 points of damage. Taskell will take 2 points of damage. Thrum will take 2 points of damage, and Fergus will take 2 points of damage, and Freya will take 4 points of damage as the zombie horde uses their rending ability.
Make sure you deduct from the temporary hit points you would all have first.
Mm-hmm.
You should all have 14 temporary.
And now it's Freya's turn.
I think I used mine up absorbing a minecart to the chest.
That's
I
true.
remember this, yeah.
All right.
You have the most health out of anybody. You're fine.
We'll be all right.
Let's see.
The first 2 hit points that hurt most.
Sorry, Roll20's lagging for me. So take
Yeah,
a
it
second.
did there for a second, me too.
Okay. So I'm going to step back.
Okay.
I don't know if this will mean that the ones on top of me indirects me get an attack, but
The zombie horde do not get AOs, but that white that is right next to you will.
all right.
It'll
It can
swing
take
its
its attack.
battle axe. That'll miss.
All right. And then I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay.
I didn't ask how flammable the room was. I said I cast fireball.
All right, so let's just roll 2 for the zombie horde here. Fail. Fail. And then the white, and then both whites. Okay.
This one I don't think will reach over here.
That's what I'm seeing about the placement before. Yeah, I don't think I can get that one without also getting Ignis.
Yeah, but you can get all of
I think
these ones
Ignis
and
is-
this guy.
She's
Fire doesn't
resistant
hurt
to.
Ignis.
She's
I
resistant.
know
She's not immune.
Yeah, she's resistant, not immune.
Still not good to fireball her when she's limited health.
So how many whites are caught in the blast?
So it'll be 1.
And also fail.
And that was the one that took damage from my shot before, so hopefully that
Yeah,
helps.
very nearly dead. All these zombies here are blown up, but they get their 1 free stand up. Essentially, you need to hit them twice. Was this horde over here hit?
No, that
Okay.
one was not.
Yeah, no.
All right.
And then I'm going to bonus action use Branding Smite on my weapon. So
I don't think you can do that because that's casting 2 spells in a turn.
Yeah, you can only cast one
Is it?
spell and a
Is it?
cantrip. You can't cast 2 spells at the same time.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It just said it was a bonus action.
Yeah, if it's a bonus action, you could do it, but then you would only be able to use like a cantrip as your.
Yeah. So next
action.
turn you can bonus action cast it and then melee attack if you would like. That's very bit doable.
Well, there's no point in doing that because then I wouldn't be able to attack twice. There's basically a dead spell. There's no situation in which I'd ever use this.
I don't know if you have advantage and you wanted to add some extra damage for the one you know is probably going to hit.
Nolgrim.
So these guys are don't provoke attacks of opportunity, right?
No, but they count as difficult terrain.
Does moving diagonally take a?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Alright, I'll go there. Now I'll focus on this one.
Okay.
2 swings with my warm pick.
Hit. That knocks it down. Starts getting back up again. You can get your second swing in.
If it's down, do I have advantage?
No, I mean like it gets its one free because it would normally be dead from that damage, but it rises
Okay.
from the dead.
I wasn't sure if they. Like,
well, I
drop
explained it last time. Remember how a normal zombie has that rule?
No, I remember that. I just wasn't sure if they like literally fell to the ground and got back up, or just okay. All right.
And it's dead.
All right.
I mean, you wouldn't need advantage. These things literally are AC 8. So I think barring a natural one, most of you will just auto hit.
Over there.
All right.
More of a terrain hazard than a
Yeah.
actual enemy.
It's just one of those things that if they all gather around you, their collective 2 damage each start piling up, but they're individually very easy. All right, it's time for the whites. This one's going to make a rush at Taskell. This one's going to head into Fergus. Done Ignis. That one will then be throwing an attack at Thrum. So first up, Battle Axe against Ignis. 1, 2. Ooh. Pretty sure those both hit.
Oh yeah. AC of 13.
But not like a ton of damage there.
Luckily, I think her temporary hit points needs all of that. So.
Yep. And then we got 2 throwing axes against Thrum. 1, 2. 20 will hit.
Yep.
3 slashing. Then 2 battle axes against Fergus. 1, 2.
First one will hit. I will go ahead and uncanny dodge, reduce damage by half, just because it's a reaction.
And then finally the attacks that will miss Taskell. Yeah. Taskell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. It is an action to channel divinity, I do believe. So, not really going to get more. Well, no, I'll get that one if I step over first.
Yeah, go ahead and center yourself.
Also gets my back away from the pit. So yeah, everyone but that guy, and I think that guy will be in range of the channel divinity.
Okay.
Turn undead / kill undead.
Yeah, I'm just going to start moving the zombie hordes right now. I mean, you're an 11th level cleric. It's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it's the first time he's like this area is the first time he's really been able to implement that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think last time he was able to do is when we were fighting those undead near that tower back in the Pungal jungle.
Yeah.
Like that submerged pillar or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, the obelisk.
Yeah. Don't remember if I actually did it back then or not.
I think you did turn undead, but I don't think you had kill at that point. I could be wrong though.
You did. Yeah, you did turn it at some point because we started getting overwhelmed.
It's like all the specials will need.
Yeah, they'll roll.
Should we just follow the big guy up through here? Do we know if these zombies can climb? They probably can.
That was going to be my next question. It looks like there's a door on this floor that light's coming through, and then whatever he went through up on the rafter.
Yeah,
unless he
there's
was
a door.
under that.
You can kind of see the ladder here. I made the middle plate a slightly different color so you can tell where it is.
Mhm.
And then there's another ladder over here.
I'd say let's climb up here and kick down the ladder so they can't follow or pull them up. If they are those kind of ladders, I don't know.
They look like they're riveted into the catwalk. They're like a part of it.
Well, I mean, Thrum caught a minecart.
Yeah, you could sunder it, but all right. So that's the zombie horde dead. Whites will make wisdom saving throws. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. Okay, I'll just do 2 at advantage.
17 is the number, so one of them
So
made it.
grand total of 1 succeeds. And what CR destroys?
3.
Okay, so yeah, then all the ones that fail explode.
Also, I think there's a zombie underneath me.
Oh yeah.
He hid behind me, so he didn't get affected.
And then only 1 didn't die, and then I believe that ghoul up there was in range, so I'll wisdom saving throw for him. Hey, he succeeds.
This is awkward.
I like to think that like one person just kind of rubbed their eye or something, opened them up, and everything else was down in the room. Just like, what the fuck?
All right.
Oh yeah, we still got Screamy over here.
Before we take it, I do have to say, Gombo, I love how you gave her twin spell, but the 2 spells they give examples that it doesn't work with are the 2 spells that she has of Magic Missile and Scorching Ray.
Yeah, well, I did not know that. I'm pretty sure you can still twin Fireball.
Nope. Twinned, you only select the creature with a single target spell.
We're
So
11,
we might
right?
want to switch that out later, but anyway, doesn't matter right now.
We're 11, right?
Yeah, we're 11.
Yeah, it's actually CR2 that's destroyed, so I don't know if that.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that because they're CR3, so they're. But they're
I'm
panicked.
just pulling up because 3 seemed high.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was wrong then.
They're still frightened because they failed, but
Let's see.
you see that stuff like that with that twin spell is why I say that it's bad when I feel like gameplay gets sacrificed on the altar of almighty balance. Like unbalanced combat is fine so long as it's fun, if you ask me. But
Mhm.
Mhm. So in 5e, do they take damage? And before the point of them just being destroyed on the turning, or is it just
it's based upon their CR. So
Okay.
the zombies and the ghoul succeeded his saving throw, but the ghoul are just outright destroyed. The whites are just a little bit too high, so they are instead frightened.
And this doesn't really have a way to really deal with the ones that are against her, like next to her. She's just gonna probably yell at somebody to get it off of her and shoot this guy. Shoot the green guy up top. So I'm just gonna use a firebolt for her.
That should hit, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it does, most definitely.
For 11 fire damage.
Nice. If I remember correctly, I think she has a magic item that does something with fire damage. I'm trying to remember.
I think you gave it to us in the, let's see, Elemental Essence Shard.
Yeah, that's the one.
One of the targets you can see when you use a meta magic option.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I forget.
Yeah.
I just remember it lit people on fire.
Yep.
All right. Thrum.
All right, Thrum will go large.
It's thrumming time.
Thrumming time. And now, are these whites dwarfs?
They are undead.
So they would not count as dwarfs
Correct.
for favored enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He is going to swing with Scalebane at the one next to Ignis. Swing it, so that'd
That'll
be 12
hit.
damage.
And that kills it.
And then swing at the one next to
Fergus, because it's the only one in range.
Fergus, I guess.
Yeah.
You're still using your bow, right, Fergus?
I still have my bow on, yeah.
Okay.
That'll miss.
Miss. And then try and whip that one with some chain. Actually, Yeah, trying to whip that one with some chains. So opposed athletics or strength. Sorry, athletics or acrobatics.
Fails.
So it would take 14 damage
All right.
and be grappled.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little less damage because it's resistant to non-magical stuff, but it is grappled.
Still.
All right. Ghoul time.
Ghoul, motherfucker, ghoul.
All right. See if he can do it for the team. I mean, against anyone else. You see sparks as a ghoul's claw scrapes across your metal-covered back, Taskell. And then it is Fergus.
Taskell, he's coming around for you.
I just think of
That
a
hits.
dwarven cleric as being heavily armored and shielded up, and it just
Yeah, it falls into the pit.
He's got a gun. He's coming around for you, Taskell. And then I'm also going to attack the one next to Taskell here, I think.
Okay.
This will be... I forget. If they're frightened, do they get disadvantage, or do I get advantage on attacks? I can't remember.
No.
I couldn't remember. Don't matter too much, but
That'll hit anyway.
for 9. But he's no longer frightened.
Freya.
Okay. I am going to head up onto this catwalk,
Okay.
and then that one's grappled. I'm going to shoot this one with my cannon
Gotcha.
and say, "Come on, guys!"
So it's... Let's see. How do we describe the fact that this thing is taken from full health to nothing and completely eviscerated? Is it like a blood splatters? Is it like a Mars attacks? It just clatters to the ground as a skeleton?
Hack.
I kind of like the just like scorch mark on the ground and maybe a little pile of ash or something like that.
Yeah.
Pile of ash with a pick and a mining helmet.
Yeah. But yeah, he was at full health. That very much completely killed him.
What is your
Chop, chop.
cannon like now? Is it like a cannon on your arm still, or?
Yeah, it's still just a cannon on the arm.
For some reason, it looks like a torch. For some reason, so I hold it aloft whenever she uses it.
Walks with a little fire
and
coming out of the top.
Take a swing.
That'll hit. Or nice. Minus 20 damage. He is still up.
All right, second swing.
That'll hit, and that should... Yep, that kills him.
Use the rest of my movement to start heading towards the ladder. 5, that's 10, 15, 20, 25.
This white is going to he can't disengage because he's grappled.
Yep.
So he's just going to disadvantage attack Fergus with a battle axe and then a life drain. Taskell. Really take a moment to soak in how about 5 people just killed a room of 40 dwarves in like 6 seconds.
They're
I'd
hardly
like to
dwarves
back that
anymore.
up, and let's really soak up how Taskell just eliminated 38 of the 40 by just kind of screaming at them for a moment.
I called down the fury of Father Mountain and Mother Fire.
I just looked at him and like, hey,
That most
boy,
certainly
get
hits.
bent.
14.
Right.
3 of which is fire.
Takes all of that. He's looking very rough, very much bloodied. Ignists.
Come on, you guys. These guys are weak.
Just gonna firebolt him, and I was gonna ask you, could I switch out her magic missile for chromatic orb for more flavor?
Yeah, sure, that's no problem.
To go with her twin spell and stuff. So.
Yep.
17 to hit it.
That'll hit.
For 6.
I just love magic missile because it fucks with people's concentration super well.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just trying to make it more thematic.
I love someone has a spell and you're all like, I hit you with 6 magic missiles. Make 6 concentration checks.
Yeah. People always forget that works out that way.
He's still up.
I didn't mean to hit that. Don't mind me.
No worries. From
Thrummel hit a guy.
I mean, I'm surprised you're not just going to throw him into that hole right there.
Oh yeah,
You wouldn't hit a ghoul with glasses.
I forget about the environment a bunch of times, so I'm gonna drop him in there. I guess the opposed athletics to move him.
Yeah, another opposed because it's the shove. Most likely you're going to win. Yep. Whee!
That felt good.
All right.
I guess he could shrink down. We're clear and still move, right?
Shrink you down.
And follow Freya.
So the doors are up on the catwalk.
Yeah, the doors are up on the catwalk.
But there's a ladder here.
Yeah, the lighting on there's a ladder right there. The lighting on Dungeon Draft doesn't do like layers, so.
There's a ladder there too.
No ghoul in this room, so Fergus.
So I kind of hope it fails, but can I try to do a leap and acrobatics onto the catwalk from here?
Sure. It's like 10 feet up.
If it fails, that's hilarious.
Jumping.
Yeah, so you do a full running jump, sheathing your bow in your back. You jump up and you grab the bottom floor section of the grating of the catwalk, and you swing your legs back and forth, and you do a reverse flip up over the railing onto it.
That's why they created ladders, boy.
I was gonna say that counts as difficult terrain though, so probably a little less movement.
That's fine. He says that's what ladders are good for. Like, I'm going faster. What do you want? And I'm just gonna spend the rest of my movement going up. I think that's here I can get to. That'll be my turn.
All right. Freya.
Okay. Do you want to go through the door that they went through? This one?
Probably. I mean, you can go through that one. I was just heading towards this one. And that's the one we saw go through.
Do you smell coffee coming from one or the other? Because it might be the break room.
I'm going to check and see if this door is locked, but I'm not going to open it.
It is not. It looks like there's not even like a built-in locking mechanism. It's like metal sheet doors that can just be pushed open.
All right. Am I able to just peek inside, or do I have to open it all the way?
You would have to open it all the way.
Okay.
Because you're in a big suit.
Then I will
just go housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. When you fluff your pillow.
I think it'll be like here actually, but I'll go there and then wait for everyone else to get up.
Okay. Nolgrim.
Alright. Make his way here. Do I have to stow my shield to climb?
No, you do not.
Alright. Then I'll use a double action to use 25 feet to get up there.
All right.
For purposes of OSHA compliance, we have never 3-hand climbed the ladder.
Do I have enough movement to shift forward one more square?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He said
if you're double moving, that's 50 feet, and climbing up the ladder is 10 feet. So.
Okay. Yeah. Play movement left.
You said this thing is bolted to the catwalk. The motherfucker could no hand climb this shit.
Taskell.
I guess I'm joining the ladder party.
Ladder. Sorry, that was a
former.
That was a joke
Well,
from
that's
the
all
TV
well
show
and good.
Community,
What
where
was
there
the
was
other
just
option?
a class that was just called Ladders, and no explanation of what it was about. It was just called Ladders.
We're all gonna join the Church of Dwarven Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, I only took it because it's a prereq for shoots.
Oh.
Classy.
Just going to double move. Let's see. Double move. She'd probably be able to get up to the ladder. You
Yeah,
said
Because with double move, that's 50 feet of movement, so up the,
Yep.
she could reach the top of the ladder.
yep, that's where she'll go.
All right. Drum.
His movement's 35. So 15 to get up there.
10 to
20.
get up there, but yeah.
I'm surprised you just didn't turn to water and jump up there.
15. Sometimes I like to show the
Graded
young
floor. He
bugs
just
that you
dripped
can-
through it.
Listen, he
That would
turned into
actually be
water in the
funny.
middle of lava. The rules don't apply to Throne.
35. It just keeps going through it. That'd be awesome.
Fergus.
Going to go up to here and excuse me, sorry. The chances of not being being sneaky here is slim to none. I kind of turn and look at Taskell and Freya, the two bulkiest people in our party.
Not to mention you did just explode a room with holy light.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm just gonna open the door.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Sup, fucker, I'm back." And let me
Holy
see what I
crap, what are they doing in there?
Yeah, looks like a smelting and grinding operation here.
Sorry, Gumbo, I forgot to roll last round to
Oh, yeah,
see if it
no problem.
recharges.
Doing anything else, Fergus?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. Give me 1 second, sorry. Wild idea. I have a vial of grease that I made.
Yeah.
Can I throw it at does he have a weapon on him? Like he's holding?
Yes, he is holding a halberd.
A what?
A halberd.
Can I throw it at the halberd and try to hit it with grease to make it harder for him to hold? Whether it imposes disadvantage or like makes him drop it or
Yeah, go
Whatever,
ahead
have you.
and give me a attack roll against his AC.
let me just use the standard dagger. $22.
I'll say his attack rolls on this next round will be at disadvantage.
Just scream. Oops, you got a little something on you. That's my turn.
Mm. Hold on, drink water real quick.
I just look back at Freya. If he comes near us, supernova him.
And I shall have to deal with you myself. Come, you face one of the Dammerhall, royal guardians of the Mithril throne. And he slams his now very slick halberd into the ground, and the blade of it bursts into blackened fire.
I just laugh. Damn regard.
And then he is going to point the halberd at the door, and he is going to do this, centered
Oh God, no.
on Fergus, as a gout of blackened, burning magma shoots out. So Freya and Taskell, DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Same as me, I imagine.
Yep.
Haha.
Just Freya left.
Unfortunately, I don't have evasion, so I don't take nothing from doing this yet.
As soon as my page flips to let me see my saves, I will roll it.
It doesn't say save for half. It's save
All right.
or take.
Oh yeah,
So-
save or take. So
Yeah,
does that
save
mean
or
we take
take.
none?
Yep.
Sweet.
But Freya takes 12 necrotic damage.
Can she though? Her suit's
The suit
Robotic.
takes 12 necrotic damage. It's not immune to necrotic damage.
is it not? I
No.
would think it would be.
No, it's immune to poison. Skeletons can take necrotic damage. Why couldn't rock?
Oh, that's fair.
Yep, it's not. It's immune to a lot of shit, actually. but
Yeah,
not
like
that.
psychic
Sometimes
and
the
poison.
naming conventions make me confused. Okay,
Yep.
I'm like, you can't necrotize rock.
It can decay and crumple, though.
Yeah.
This is fair. I don't know. My brain's not always working that 100%.
No, I mean, it's a fair assumption, but
Alright, zombie lord. These boyos gonna start shambling this direction. These ones gonna start thriller dancing over here.
Free action. I'm gonna yell down the hall at Nolgrim and Ignis. Just take that other door. It'll be easier.
Was planning on it.
Alright. Freya.
Yeah, withering or something like that would be more
Yeah.
what I would think of. So I'm going to move over to this side so that I can kind of get a good shot in here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to say a Guardian of Dammerhall would never allow this to be done to its people. Fire off my cannon at it.
Alright. That will miss. He's got a rather high AC because he's wearing full plate.
Damn.
Just
shit,
real
we're
quick.
fighting anti-Taskell.
Of course, checking something takes like 5 minutes. Now.
Wait, I thought the anti-taskle would be more free and love. I thought anti-taskle was gonna be a hippie.
I mean,
No, that's
after
anti-Trump.
you, he's probably the closest to a liberal dwarf we have. I mean, he's kind of on board with the forging alliances and shit. Because I made that alloy analogy way back with the elves.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to bonus action field repair.
Yeah.
For 6. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Nolgrim.
Opening door.
So this is corrupting our elderly.
Nolgrim, you pop open that door, and on the other end of the catwalk is a large stone golem that looks like a dwarf. As it turns to face you with a giant stone mallet, I will add it to the initiative order.
Oh. Freya.
Oh.
I think this is your door. You'll go in and we'll do a round of Eldritch Blast just to test them out.
Sure.
Size them up.
Alright. I believe that one will hit. 6 damage. And then the next one, -7. -8. Alright, you hit with all those attacks. They do full damage, but he's a big hunk of stone with a lot of hit points, and that doesn't seem to have slowed him down a whole lot.
Oh,
There's
boy.
also probably like a little part of you, Nilgrim, that's sad because unlike a lot of the other constructs and stuff, this looks like an actual like Dammerhall original stone
Mhm.
golem. Like,
It's in mint condition too. No.
It's already off his packaging though. It's worthless.
all right. Should I say all white? Because it's the white's turn.
Ooh, yes.
This fella is gonna come over here, and then how far away is he from? Yep, that's just within his minimum range. So 2 throwing attacks against Nilgrim. 1, 2.
Miss.
All right, Taskell.
Uh, 25. Not positioning I'm super fond of, but let's go with bonus action to do spiritual weapon. If I can find the thing, there it be.
All right, that'll miss.
Yep.
I believe you still have an action.
Yeah.
That was the bonus action.
So we'll try to swing at him with the forge fire because I
That will hit.
sort of activated. Don't know how much fire he'll actually end up taking, but hey. Also, is there anything I can roll now that I'm up close and personal with this guy to try and figure out if he's undead as well or if he's something else?
He's definitely undead. Hold on, I'm roll 20s decided that wasn't going to let me select tokens for a second here. I'm just going to refresh the page. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check as a reaction. Also, you hit him with that 21 points of damage square in the chest, and it's enough to make him like rock on his feet backwards, but you don't think you take any damage of that because of his armor.
So he's got, so that didn't clear the threshold. Huh?
Mhm.
24.
All right, so he is definitely an undead in there, like an extremely powerful wight, is what you're thinking. You will need to do a more careful examination after this fight, if assuming you live. But that armor that he has, more than just its insane durability, there's something profane at work on its construction.
Yeah, that's like I said after last session. It's kind of what I was feeling.
Task will consecrate his ass.
I think that makes it Ignis' turn because.
Yep.
I'm just gonna move Fergus down here so I have vision. So I'm gonna step in here for. She would step in here for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see here. Yep, this looks like a good wall of fire range. So, and then the fire direction is pointing this way, obviously.
All right.
But the ones that are in the fire do have to make a save.
All
Just
right.
hit the wall of fire button.
Some good damage.
Yeah, and if they try to go through that, they also have to save or take that damage too. So,
and they take that damage at the start of their turn if they're in the fire. Right?
If they're in the fire, it takes it as soon as she casts it. And
Gotcha.
then let me double check what it says after that. It's been a while since I've done any spell stuff.
Yep.
When the wall appears, each creature within the area must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. So if it starts the turn and it's already in there, it won't take the damage unless it ends its turn there.
Gotcha. And
so they won't take it twice.
Gotcha. And the heat effect, remind me, I don't know all the spells verbatim.
You won't feel any heat on this side of the wall.
Right, but on this other side.
But on this side, you would take it as well, I believe.
Okay, so roll for
within 10 feet of that side. So.
Okay, so
up to here.
Got it. All right, so zombies fail again. They have a thing where if they succeed a test, they take no damage instead of half damage, but they haven't been succeeding.
And she would just tuck behind the wall to hide, but that's what she would do. I'm just moving.
The ghoul succeeds, so it's half damage, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's still 16 points of damage. So it's close to death anyway.
And as a sorcerer, she goes and hides back around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think this one would also be subject to it. Hold on. Arrow. Ruler. This one right here.
Oh, yep, good call.
But it'll definitely slow some people down.
Thrum.
All right, Thrum is going to move to right here. See what's happening. He's going to bonus action go into his rage, which gives him, now with that insightful pounce ability at level 7, he has another half of his movement as part of going into rage.
Mm-hmm.
So that should put him, if his movement's 35, 30 would be 15.
It would be 15.
Do we round up or down? Okay, so 15. Get him there. That won't be close enough. So he is going to use an action to splish splash, dissolve into water, reappear right there, and get 1 attack.
Yeah, we had like
This-
3 scarabs and rune lords to turn off golems.
No, you literally have a pocket watcher. The golem doesn't save or stops functioning. It's an actual thing. TikTok pocket watch. No,
Oh yeah, we
this
just got
game.
that, didn't we?
Yes.
Listen, it's not on the handouts yet. I think you went
Oh,
over
I
them
keep
quickly.
I keep forgetting to do that because I didn't know what you guys were gonna get. But...
Yeah, I go back and check that stuff, and I can't remember that.
Ooh, nice.
It's only 14 damage though, so I don't think it.
His armor, it on a natural 20, you hit him in like a critical joint or something like that, and it ignores the armor damage threshold. See, that actually goes through. I thought that.
Yes, my mortal enemy.
I thought that would be fair because critical hits, you're supposed to be hitting a vital point anyway that get through a defense in the armor.
That works, and that's it with Thrum.
Okay.
Did anyone else have that pocket watch marked down in their inventory?
I think you had it, didn't you? Unless someone else has it. It's not in my
Vaguely
inventory.
think so, but I'm trying to scroll down to look, and it's taking me a while because of the lag.
Yeah. All right. So this ghoul over here is going to run out this door. This one over here is going to scramble up the ladder, getting away from the fire. This one here is going to try to do what Fergus did in the other room and try to acrobatics up and succeed, but that will end his turn
I was hoping he was gonna fall into that molten shit.
as he pulls
Yeah, I
himself
was really
up there.
hoping he'd chop his head off.
Yeah, it looks like what you're seeing here is that ore is being ground up and sifted, and the junk rock is being filtered through these black pipes and just dumped into this pit where they seem to be intentionally turning it into lava. That is,
Yes, big volcano, always trying to steal our rocks.
the golem is going to stride forward because it don't give no fucks about no wall of fire.
That's not what we wanted to hear.
Does it take the damage, or is it immune to fire?
No, it can take the damage. It's not that kind of thing where it would. It's a Terminator. It would just power through it, you know.
Although
Yeah,
that does
so
save, so what's it? Oh no,
preservation.
that's the ghoul's save.
That's
never
the ghoul. It has advantage on saves because it
Spells.
is magic resistant.
mind. I'll just hit the wall of fire button again for the damage. It does save, so it takes half.
Yep.
12 fire.
Does not seem to slow it down too much.
As that is full scene from Terminator. The
Mhm.
robot just walking through the fire.
You got it, Nolgrim.
All right. So he is not going to move forward. He is going to target. It will only hit Nolgrim with his slow effect.
What
Wisdom
sort of
save.
is that? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
DC 17. Wow, that's rough.
All right. The target can't use its
Actually, wait.
reaction.
Sorry. Can I forgot that I had this. Can I use counterspell?
It's
It's not a spell.
it's not a spell. It's an ability.
Okay.
Yeah, golems even in Pathfinder have that built-in non-spell ability to slow things down.
All right,
Yep.
So what's the effect of slow?
Oh,
Oh, wait, there it is. Okay.
You can
Yeah,
either
right
use
there.
a movement or an action, I believe.
and your
Okay.
speed is halved. On failed save, target can't use reactions. Its speed is halved, and it can't make more than one action on its turn.
Oh yeah, action or bonus action, not both.
But your speed is halved. So since you're already a slow dwarf, that's 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
But yeah, its range was in 10 feet of it. But so that's all it can do. Fergus.
Okay, I'm gonna try to slow my breathing and focus on how I shot things real good back in the Elven Forest, and I'm gonna sacrifice my movement and bonus to try to do an advantage attack on this guy.
Okay.
29
That'll hit.
for 30 points.
He is absolutely rocked on his feet, but it does not get past the damage threshold.
Son of a bitch.
And if you do manage to get past the threshold, it is worth highlighting that he takes all the damage. It's not like DR from Pathfinder where it lowers it. So
And
if you
Well, he still gets one more attack anyway, so might as well
Yep.
fire at it.
That'll
27 will hit. No sneak attack on this one, so I don't think it's going to get through. So, yeah.
Thrum, do you think you can push that guy in the lava?
Gonna try.
Hell yeah.
But that is my turn.
all right, Damergard, he gets 2 attacks at disadvantage because of the grease. He's going to do the first one at Thrum, the second one at Taskell, as he swings his Balefire Halberd. So this will be Thrum, and then Taskell. And the black fire burns through the grease now, so his next ones will not be at disadvantage, but it did its work.
Yep, that's what I
That's-
wanted it to do. That actually might have hit Taskell.
Yep. So, Zomboid's turn. They are going to climb up, continue making their way downtown.
Walking fast.
Yeah, I had the exact same song in my head.
La, 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 la.
Moving out, and the ones that stop and their turn within 10 feet take the fire damage again, don't they?
Yeah, as long if they remain within 10 feet of the back half of the wall, so anything like this far away from the wall.
Gotcha. So yeah, these ones are just straight dead. I'm gonna bother rolling. All right, Freya.
Right, first things first, going to roll for my recharge. Recharge.
Nice.
I am going to, first things first, I'll step out into the ledge and see what's what. Cool. I think I'm going to cast Fly on my suit.
Probably smart.
Don't want to hold up a big thumbs up as you slowly melt.
Sorry, my character sheet. Anyways, now it's not even letting me move it out of the way, so I can move my token. So I'm going to fly above to. Is fly concentration? Do I have to
It
maintain
is.
it?
Yes.
Oh, so it's dangerous.
Well, the good news is you're casting it on your suit, so unless you take damage within your suit, even if you're hit, you won't lose concentration.
Well, yeah, but if I go plummeting into lava, then it doesn't much matter if I'm in the suit or outside the suit.
True.
But yeah. So you don't take any. I don't want it to move. You don't take any damage on this side of the wall, right?
Correct. It's only the west side of the room.
Cool. I'm going to fly over here, and
That
I
was the
tell
intent of the spell.
Nolgrim to hold out for just a little bit longer. I've got the watch that can turn this thing off.
Oh, perfect. Backup plan, but hopefully it won't come to it.
And then, that's an action and then a move. So that's my turn.
All right, Nolgrim.
Another pair of Eldritch Blasts. Actually, I think I'll go full defensive and basically buy time for Freya to do her thing.
Gotcha.
Take the dodge action.
Yep, take the dodge action.
All good. This white is going to keep throwing axes at Nolgrim. At disadvantage. Yep. So unlikely that they'll succeed when Roll20 feels like rolling it. There we go. Miss.
Yep. Good thing for the disadvantage because that second one would have hit otherwise.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been huge damage. It's just a normal hand axe. Taskell.
Mm-hmm. Well, Does the damage threshold apply to spell damage?
It's any damage, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was on the fence of, hitting the blender. Instead, I guess I'll smack this ghoul.
Yeah.
That would have been nicer to throw on the other dude, but at least I annihilate the ghoul, probably.
Yeah, you Gallagher this guy. He fully springs to all fours, he jumps up, grabs the railing, flips over, and you just in your backhand to wind up on the Dammerhall guard, just fully knock his head off. Like he didn't even get to do anything.
Yeah, let's see what the spiritual weapon does against the Dammer Guard. 17 probably will.
Yeah, that will not hit. He's got plate armor, so that's 18 AC. I'll just let you know, since you guys know armor.
Yeah, well, we also hit on a 19, so.
Mm-hmm.
At least had a ballpark range.
Yep. Hold on. Did I know? Huh. Oh, I know why I did it. Hold on 1 second. I realized I forgot to give her night vision. That's why.
Do Ignis.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that works. I was just moving Fergus whenever I had to do it.
No sweat. Golem.
Yeah, big old golem. Not going to stay here long. Just staying here long enough to launch a fireball at the fleeing victims.
Mm-hmm.
So right back there. Actually, can I hit them and him? Yes, I can. So,
Well, there you have it.
All right, I'll hit them, him, but not Freya.
She does have careful spell.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sorcerer.
Yep. So spend a sorcery point per character, so she can do it, and then just avoid Freya.
Wait, does careful spell just give him advantage?
Nope. I think it excludes them.
You can protect some of those creatures. Choose automatically succeeds a saving throw. Oh yeah, you're right. So let me go back and check.
Well,
I know
yeah,
some of the rules are kind of weird about this one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well,
this would hurt. Here we go. This spot, Freya's out of range.
Okay.
Cool.
But these
It
are
still
all
hits
within
everyone
range.
anyway. So no matter what, I'm not going to roll for the ghoul because it's dead. Which means I believe that's the last ghoul. So I'll just remove the turn order. Because one fled as you entered the room.
She was hide again.
Zombie horde. I close that sheet. Oh well. Okay. So dead. Dot. And the others are fine. And then the stone golem. He has advantage, but he's not very dexterous. Still fails anyway.
Yep, so 23 for him.
Yep. He's not resistant to fire damage, so he takes full pop. Chipping away at this guy. I'll move this dead ghoul. All right, Thrum.
All right, he is going to try and use the shove action against this fella here to shove him, hopefully 5 feet into lava. Big beefy boy. He's raging, so he gets advantage on this opposed test.
Go ahead and roll it. Yeah.
Boom.
You shove him over the railing, and he takes a dump straight into the molten rock. Oh, I keep forgetting this. Let me quickly look up because it's something large. What lava damage is?
Like 20d something.
Now the question is going to be: is he going to be a Godzilla situation where he comes out and now he's like supercharged?
Yeah, no, that pork is done for sure. It won't get out of there.
Doesn't seem like he'd be that good at swimming, so even if he is resistant or immune, hopefully it'll be hard pressed to get out.
That lava will make quick work.
60-10 apparently, and 5e.
Yeah, I just GM rolled that. So you said, nah, he's gone for sure. And you see a black metal hand shoot out of the lava and start grabbing onto the side of the pit. As he's hauling himself out, you see the lava spilling down from the eye sockets and the joints between the armor. He's actively smoking, and you can hear even the undead groaning in pain from inside as he is taking very sizable damage from that, but he's actually not dead.
Holy Father Mountain.
Wait, that's it? Just 68? Because I thought...
Every other system has higher lava damage. It doesn't really have it as much in 5e.
Well, I was going to say, because I've fallen in lava a few times. I'm kind of an
Pathfinder is a lot
expert, and
harder.
I feel like it's done a lot more than that.
It depends on the roll.
Nolan is quite the expert at it. It was like 20d10 in that one place.
Okay, here, under improvised damage, DMG 249 page,
Michael
one
just said
example
this
is wading
Loki's
through a
fault.
lava stream for 10d10 damage. But then it gives other examples as well. So
You know what? I'm willing to bump that up to 10d10. I'll quickly roll an additional 4d10. Like I'll be fair here.
I just did another. I went to Reddit post and they actually linked the actual page.
You'd think that lava would be one of those things that they'd be a little bit more precise in defining.
It's because it's listed under improvising damage rather than an actual defined thing.
Yeah. All right. So he is still alive, but he's even more hurt than he was before.
All right. This fucker's going back in the drink. Thrum's gonna take a step up and jump down.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna Goomba stomp him? Oh no!
I'm just gonna keep shoving him in the lava.
Just Mario moves, Thrum jumps, goes large, plants his feet on the guy, and comes back
I
off.
haven't used my bonus action, and I am raging.
Mm.
So can I bonus action send my chains to grapple him right where he is in the lava?
Is it normal? Is it normally a bonus action? Because if so,
Yes,
then
it is. But that's all action economy normal.
Yeah, then that's fine.
But if there's enough of him coming out without me sticking my chains in the lava, I'm gonna grapple his hands so that he can't continue to pull himself out. If I hit.
Grappling his hands kind of sounds like you're doing the opposite. You're giving him an anchor point.
Well,
I mean,
if
if you
kind of
keep
wrapping him up so he can't pull himself out, and that'd be opposed.
And every time he tries to pull it, you could always just shake it or something, so that way he can't actually get a good grapple.
That damage is still not enough to get past his threshold, but you do successfully grapple him. He's got high damage resistance, but he's not all the other things resistant.
But at least he's grappled in the lava, so that's
Thrum.
Yeah, Thrum's just gonna hang out there.
Stone Golem time. He's going to amble up to Nulgrim and make 2 big old slam attacks.
At disadvantage?
Oh, right. So that, because they're those two to be the same attack.
Alright, so that first one will hit.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And second one will miss.
Hey.
Oh, and I'll see if he recharges. He does not. Yeah. Yeah, just the giant stone warhammer comes in and crashes down on your shield. You feel the bones in your arm rattle. And some Pondy is like, yep, that's quality Dammerhall engineering right there. Why the fucking dagger ears lost the war? Fergus.
Well, I'm gonna get in here. Don't want to be over the lava, so I'm just gonna get to here. See what's going on. And I'm just gonna start picking off these weak fuckers that look like they're already charred.
Yep. If I'll just let you know if you hit them, which is extremely likely, they'll just go straight down. All right. That's a kill. That's a kill.
And let me see if there's anything else I can do. Nope, that's it.
All right. Let me see. He is going to attempt a athletics to see if he can break Thrum's grapple. So Thrum, if you roll your athletics at advantage to maintain.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, he's still grappled. So that's pretty much all he can do on his turn. So I'll roll the lava damage in front of the board this time. And D10. 55. You see the flames from the lava mix in with the flames of his furnace armor as there is a muted stream as he goes slack and begins sinking into the lava as he is defeated.
Does he have a thumbs up?
No, but Thrum is still chain grappled to his gauntlets. As you notice, he falls in. It seems like the undead inside the armor is burning, but the armor itself seems to not even be heated by the lava whatsoever.
Can I pull it out?
Sure.
Hey, pull it out. No idea what it is. No, I have an idea. Let's.
I'll say you probably get like the arms, shoulder, and the torso and the helmet, but some of the as the undead inside disintegrates, the bottom half is lost to the bottom of the lava pool.
Okay. Sorry, but I didn't want to die.
All right. So these zombies are going to keep ambling forward, and the front line of them will just instantly die. Because they are not smart.
Do enjoy a dumb zombie.
Oh, this one. Woo! He's going to go straight through the fire, but he's not there yet.
So you have to make a save, right?
Well, he's not on the hot side yet. He's
Okay.
literally this one right here. He's just on the edge of it.
Oh.
It's one of those things, Fergus, where you turn around and you see a zombie walking directly towards the wall of fire, and even though there's an enemy, you're like, no, come on, you're better than that. Don't. Oh, he's walking in.
I just tap on Taskell's shoulder, like, I bet you 2 gold he walks through there and just collapses on the other side.
Freya.
I'll bet you 3 doesn't make it to the other side.
Volley cannon.
So how exactly does the stopwatch work?
I'm pulling it up now. If I remember correctly, it's an action, and then the construct does a wisdom save. Let me try to get to it if the PDF cooperates.
So I'm just mostly wondering how close I need to be.
That's what I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. It has to be within 10 feet of you, and then the construct makes a DC 15 wisdom saving throw, or be paralyzed until the end of its next turn.
Oh, it just paralyzes it. When you said it to me, it sounded like it turned it off.
Yeah. I was just reading what it said there. I just remembered the brief. If you use it on a non-construct creature like a machine, it completely turns it off for 1 minute. So, I mean, paralyzed is really good because if you hit a paralyzed creature, not only is your attack's an advantage, it's always a critical hit. So don't completely discount that.
And if it's paralyzed, we can get out of here and worry about it later. Read. Bring to our side.
Yeah, and then I'll go ahead and use it then.
Okay, so this isn't a spell, so it will not have advantage. Its wisdom is not fantastic, but it does succeed.
Well,
Hold on. You can use. Oh yeah, use an action. Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. Would have been awesome if it worked. To be fair, it had a +0, so it's just because I rolled an 18. There was a 14 or lower percent chance it was just gonna stop. Nolgrim.
Does this thing have reach or no?
No.
No. Okay. All right. I think I will. Yeah. Cast Shatter directly beneath him, focusing more on the catwalk than him, but it'll get him. I want to cast it 3rd level, then upcast it with my cloak or whatever. So that'll be a 4th level Shatter. I'm trying to break the scaffolding and send him dropping into the lava.
Okay. Just roll. Go ahead and roll the damage because the object is obviously gonna immediately lose.
Yeah. All right. Let me see.
Did you want to try to catch the golem in it anyway? Because you could kind of do.
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. I'll like I
Okay.
said, it'll be basically right at his feet. Will be the epicenter. And he would have disadvantage of it since he is made of inorganic material.
All right, so it'll just be a
3,
flat roll because he normally has advantage.
4, 5, D8. 30 damage.
What's the save that he has to roll?
For him, Constitution.
Constitution definitely fails that.
Yep.
I rolled a 4. He had a +5. All right, so he takes a full 30 damage. That's definitely enough to shatter the metal grating, so he does plummet below. Would you like to do the honors of rolling the 10d10, Loki?
Yes, please.
59.
Take a nice 89 turn.
You see the golem fall through the floor grating where there's a hole here now, so just remember that on that 10 feet. And you hear a thunk of metal as his feet hit the bottom. He's up to his shoulders and he's clearly burning, but he is still active.
Oh boy. Hopefully I'll take care of it. Time to go through the other door.
That's just sad. Keep melting people.
So White over here is going to not want to engage the flying golden golem and instead going to run over here, start throwing axes at these two. So there'll be one on Fergus, one on Taskell. So Fergus, Taskell. So I assume those both miss.
Yep. Well, I know that one misses me, and I can't imagine it would hit Taskell.
Yeah, it definitely won't hit Taskell. So it's now Taskell's turn.
Oh,
What the dogs
I didn't know
out?
anybody had a
Didn't know it
dog.
was a full moon. Loki turned into a werewolf.
We finally figured out what Loki is.
I'm dog sitting, and he's a bit barky.
Mhm.
It looks like I get another save on my versus slow. At the end of each turn, I get to make a save.
What the ability said? Yes.
If it functions as a slow spell, for sure you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. I just checked it. So
Okay.
Yes. That will hit the White. Nice big meaty chunk out of him.
Still slowed.
It's just running slow motion.
I'll make a post hoc perception just for my own decisions here. Yeah, higher than 15. I noticed the white running through those doors over there, so that can't be good. Figured, it's mostly focusing on the big fuck in front of me, but
Oh yeah.
We go back and over there, and we look through the door, and we see 2 whites making a left.
Oh god, the puns.
So I guess I'll go over here and activate the blender because I'm either going down or they're coming up. And either way, hell, they're probably still within 15 feet if we make it a sphere.
Yeah.
All I imagine is a bunch
It
of
is
cherub-looking dwarves with forge hammers just appear out of nowhere and just start destroying things every time you got this.
All right, so they all fail, so you don't even need to roll the damage. I mean, wait, is it radiant damage or is it force damage?
Let me click
Thought it
the
was
spell.
But I don't know.
Spirit Guardians. No, that's going to roll the damage that way. Info. Or no, quote.
Radiant.
Radiant. All right, so they are just straight dead because radiant damage is their kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I remember when kryptonite was the kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
You were on fire tonight.
No. You see, that's that big suit of armor that you just pulled up.
It's not like we had any intentions of stealth at this point, but ghostly dwarven warriors and the cleric in the middle singing a war song. So
Ignis.
Excuse me. She goes down there, sees what, like, who knocked down the bridge?
That'd be me.
I'm gonna have to go up the other bridge.
And then spend the rest of our movement going up here after
All
doing
right.
a double turn.
Thrum.
Right, Thrum's gonna raging charge down at this white.
Mm-hmm.
Take some attacks.
Goddamn whiteys.
I don't
See,
know
I
if
believe
either of those will hit.
both of those hit. They don't have the
Oh, they-
highest.
Good. Well, that's 12 and 9.
Still up.
Then he's gonna whip him.
Fail, so he is grappled, and then he takes 4 points of damage because he's resistant to non-magical weapons.
Cool.
But he is grappled.
Richard, if you only knew how many off-color white jokes I've been resisting making this whole
Hey, I've been resisting a lot of them too.
I didn't name them.
You guys are terrible. I judge you.
Anyway, so the golem
Man,
is going to.
my mind immediately went, "Your name is Keith."
No.
So the golem pulls himself out of the lava, but he is going to double move, walk through the firewall. So roll the firewall damage. He,
Got a pass, so that'll take 11 points.
I thought you round up in 5e.
11 or 12. It's not that big of a difference at that damage.
I think
yeah.
let's just keep it consistent so we don't get
Yeah.
confused between this and Pathfinder.
I
Yep.
do remember reading 5e, and that was the only thing I was like, well, I'm for that.
But yeah, it's looking pretty crumbly, but it's still going. It seems like it's heading for the ladder to get back up to repeat the process. Burgess.
Don't worry, guys. It can't possibly be as hard as that fucking suit of armor. And I'm going to fire at it.
Sorry to repeat the process. I'm just thinking it's going to continue to walk towards Nolgrim, fall in the hole, and then just death loop.
More likely, it's going to walk through the fire to attack Freya and take that damage again.
It is a funny
Okay.
death loop, though.
That'll hit.
So that's 27 plus 11, so 38.
So you fire an arrow and it flies into it, and then it doesn't come out the other side, and it just comes to a stop, and then you just hear, and then cracks form, and the entire thing just crumbles.
See, told you I got it. Then I'm just going to move 25 feet.
All right.
Does slow wear off at this point, or is not persist
Nope.
on him?
1
Okay.
minute. Not concentration.
Did you make your save at the end of your turn last turn?
No, I got
He
a
did.
3.
Okay.
All right. So there, these zombies are ambling towards the firewall to get to Freya, and they take that damage. Fergus, you lose your bet because this one just turns around to move into Thrum space instead.
Thrum, you're cheating.
I had 4 gold on He'd Survive.
So Thrum, you take 2 points of damage, halves
Audience
since you're
meddling.
raging. And that's their turn. Right.
Fucking stupid ass stopwatch. Never using a magic item I find in this game again.
It's almost as useless as money in this campaign.
I didn't know that stopwatch should cast Create Salt.
Weapon grade salt.
No, like nothing creates salt but me, Kenneth. That's all. Everything's just my fuel, what I feed on. Anyways,
It's got
let's get out of this
electrolytes
dump.
and shit.
That's a full move. So
Okay. Ogre.
Right, keep going up. 20 feet between move and action. 1, 2. And then wisdom saving throw.
Literally the best person in this party he could have targeted with that ability.
Right. Place is, I'm even proficient at that save.
There's something I love with how Richard moved Ignis is she ran past you, looked through the door, and then ran past you again, and now she's ahead of you.
Yep.
She's like, come on, pick up your feet.
I am coming.
Save that for later. No, run faster now. All right.
Careful now. She's the one that thinks you're pretty.
It's true.
So he's using a throwing axe, but he's using it as a melee weapon against Thrum. That'll miss, and then life drain. That'll miss. Man, +5 to these rolls. Like it's not terrible.
No, I feel that. Every time I play in my Friday game, I can
know.
never hit anybody.
Yeah, you're rolling really bad tonight, Combo.
Except when I roll really well with the pocket watch. Taskell. I mean, I'll level with you guys. If you kill this white, I'm probably just going to wrap the encounter because those last 3 zombies are either going to walk through fire or you'll just instantly kill them. So we don't need to throw that out.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, before I
Good.
I don't see the door
Yeah.
icon, but is there a door here?
Yes, it's just because there's no more map.
Gotcha.
This isn't like a dungeon. It's just a combat map. All right, that actually does straight up kill it.
probably still say 10 feet.
Kazan, well met,
Try
combat.
and slide down the ladder, but since the combat's ending, I won't know that before I get to that door.
Ken, have you ever seen the fucking Dark Souls meme where someone's going down the ladder and their helmet keeps hitting it? It's like, that's Taskell.
Not seen that. That's awesome.
Dark Souls is strange how it's an extremely grim themed game, yet there's so much silly crap when you look at it. It's great. Anyway,
Could we do a bio?
Yeah.
Sure.
I was just about to ask that too. Also, I'll share the meme so those of you who haven't seen it can behold the glory.
I do hope now that they're finally fucking making it, Armored Core 6 is going to be good.
Be right back.
They certainly made a good trailer for it, but they make a lot of good intros. I don't know if they make them in-house or if they farm it out, but whoever makes them, FromSoft game intros are always freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta say, I appreciate the programmers that managed to get that level of detail with the sound effects.
I think they might have edited.
Oh,
that.
you think so? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was hoping.
They're not Hideo Kojima, who there's a glass of water with ice cubes in it that melt in real time. That's a real thing in Metal Gear Solid 3. Ice cubes melting in real time.
Why?
Well, it sounds hilarious when you say it like that, but from programming, it's actually really simple. It's just a simple reduce size over time until it hits X value, then delete object. It's it's not that insane.
No, but it's just that level of attention to detail of just an inane object that most people would probably not even display water in it.
Fuck you! I'm adding 6 more hours of walking in the next game.
It's in Dark Souls. And Kojima's like, I'm gonna make the entire game walking.
Mm-hmm.
I see what
he was joking about.
I see what he was going for in concept, in that more bridges and roads can be built by other players, and then it appears in other people's world.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like a collaborative process of like, hey, look at this, an apocalypse scenario where we trick the players into actually working together. It's kind of like the end credit shmups in Nier Automata, if you know about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I make the joke, but I actually really enjoyed Death Stranding.
Yeah, I haven't
it's far
played
more
it,
fun than what you'd think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played it. I just make jokes about it.
Yeah,
the writing is 100% peak Kojima. So.
Oh yeah. There's one reviewer, Zero Punctuation, about it that I agree with his assessment. He says there is a part in this game where my character went and took a pee into a toilet, and I wondered if the color of the pee was more yellow depending on how much water I was or was not drinking. And he says no other developer would make me wonder if this was an actual feature.
Wait, what game is this?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Of course.
But yeah, to also quote that same review, the video game industry should not be 100% Hideo Kojima, but it absolutely does need some people like Hideo Kojima. Like, it needs people to ask the weird questions and do the experimental shit. That needs to exist. And there's one weird cameo in Cyberpunk.
See, I've gone full weeb. I've just been playing Genshin and Star Rail that they just came out with.
Oh man, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming out next Friday. My ass cheeks are already clenched.
I still need to play the first one, the Breath of the Wild one, but I still have trouble getting over the weapon breaking thing. I actually think that, in my opinion, at least for me, is the worst part of the game, which makes it hard for me to play because I'm like, I get a weapon that I think is cool. I use it once and it breaks.
Well, it's because a lot of people, and this is me as a fanboy of the game, they try to play it like a hack and slash, like a Devil May Cry. You're supposed to play it like the kid from Home Alone or Rambo. I almost never use my weapons for direct combat because I'm instead playing it like a.
You see, I don't like that about that though. When I play a Zelda, I want to play a hack and slash puzzle solver.
Zelda. I agree with Richard. That's
like the entire point of me buying a Zelda game.
I completely agree with Richard here. I feel like there's just this one little hanging on aspect of it being an open world game of the weapon durability. It just annoys me to no end because in all other ways, Breath of the Wild feels so much like what Zelda is supposed to be, like what it's been longing to be since it started.
I would be reminded if the weapon durability was a little bit better, but it's just so low. Like, I can understand, you're using a stick, it breaks. But then you get a sword, and I literally will sometimes swing it one time, and it shatters.
No, because you're using the fucking rusty sword, or one of those shitty traveler swords.
I would get a good sword, like a nice sword, and I would swing it one time.
I forget exactly what the number is, but they all have basically the same durability. I want to say it was either 40 or 70.
I don't know.
So,
I want to go back and play it regardless of what I find fault of it, because it is fun. Like, I'm not saying it's not fun, But that's what holds it back from being a great game for me. Is just because I don't find that aspect enjoyable. It actually takes away
I'm
for me.
I'm one of those people that are in the minority. Is I actually love the weapon durability system. It encourages me to experiment and try different weapons rather than finding the one that I like the most and just kind of getting stuck in that rut. And I enjoy that.
Yeah,
fine.
I see that part of it, but I also see that it kind of took away any meaningful reward from finding chests and opening them.
Yeah.
But that's also that the game lacks really dungeons.
We can look at the progression of Zelda, I think, and see expanding areas. We got all sorts of unique NPCs in these areas that are separated by loading screens, but and we're implementing a day-night cycle. But never once in that process did I ever think, man, I wish my sword broke while I was playing. I really wish I had to go find
that one
a new
part in
sword.
Ocarina of Time where you buy the shitty sword. Like, let's make a whole game mechanic out of that.
Yeah. I feel like it's the one thing that stops it from being, really great, like what Richard said, for me.
Which, again, gripes aside, it is a really fun game to play, and I need to go back and actually play it through. But that's just... I have a pet peeve about stuff like that because, as you get older, you have more limited time to play games. And having to go find new weapons after every single one of yours breaks... and then have to spend time doing that. And this isn't even me in direct combat. Sometimes I'll just be exploring and I have to fight or die. And then
That seems weird, though. I mean, obviously I didn't live back then and I don't own one, but how brittle were swords?
More than you'd think.
Yeah, but it's a fantasy game. I'm saying this is a bad part. I think by implementing this open world aspect from this trend, it's helped Zelda in a lot of ways. But this is a hanging on aspect of them combining Zelda with the open world genre that I think is not conducive to Zelda as a game.
But at the same time, I feel like there's not too much else in the way of loot. If your weapon never broke, you never had to replace it. That's like...
Well, no, I don't hate the fact that they break. I hate the fact they break so fast.
I gotcha. Okay.
I'm saying that from the start. If it had like twice as much durability, I think that would be a comfortable range of durability.
I feel like
I can get through a fight and still have a weapon in case I get stuck somewhere else again.
Yeah,
is it that kind of system?
A lot of the rest of the game around it, like exploration. Yeah, I mentioned the chest, but also the Korok seeds or whatever.
Yeah.
The reward for that is more space for weapons that will break.
Yeah.
To me, there are two kinds of durability. There's the one where it has a % chance to break on any roll, like any hit. And then there's the wear down.
I believe it's a wear down.
It's a wear down system.
I
don't mind wear down as much because I can see, okay, I'm getting low. I need to.
I do want to play more of our D&D before we get too deep into this because, as I said, I've said in the past that game is my favorite game, and I actually like the weapon durability system. So
yeah, I'm good with it. I enjoyed it too.
Oh yeah.
I do hope Tears of the Kingdom will have some actual dungeons in it, though.
I mean,
I feel like they have a great map.
The Champion's Ballad did. The DLC did.
Yeah,
and that was
ended up getting that. But
you have to do a bunch of challenges that are a puzzle, but then at the end you go to an underground dungeon with an actual loading screen. The entire thing is this massive fucking puzzle box that took me an hour to figure out.
Yeah, I kind of hope the Sky Islands that they've set her in there will be like that.
Oh yeah, no, the people I don't understand are the ones that are always leaking things when it's a week out. I'm like, just fucking wait. God.
I will make one more thing before we go back playing. This is all from the perspective of someone's only played it for like 2 or 3 hours. I've heard it does get better as you can progressively get better weapons.
Yes.
But I just remember playing and I opened the chest and I found a really cool badass weapon and I used it for one fight and it was gone. And I was so fucking frustrated. I just put the controller down, turned it off, and I haven't gone back to it yet.
You were deemed unworthy.
Okay, so we're all back?
Yep. You're all back. All right, so turn on some audio here as you guys are now in the empty sifting mill here. You hear the echo of machinery and clatter of distant industry from outside the door as you guys are collecting yourself after the fight.
Taskell, I managed to pull some of that creature's armor out of the lava. If you want to take a look, Thrawn's
Hey.
gonna use his poultice on himself.
Someone should watch that door. One of them got away.
Yeah, Thrawn will position over there because I imagine you'll have constructs and things to look at.
Are we at a point where we could just hand wave for this slow spell wore off?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. It's only a minute. We're not in combat, so.
Okay.
All right.
Does it look like they're just primarily searching for mithril when they're doing this area here?
Yeah, it looks like they're mainly just separating mithril ore from rock. And then the mithril ore is loaded onto carts, and it seems to be pumped through this yellow pipe. And then the rocks are being dumped into the lava pit, which it's subtle on the map, but there's a slight little drain icon. It looks like it's draining out the bottom. Without being fed, these pools will be empty in 20 minutes or so. All right.
We've begun the timer.
Taskell, if you would like to give me a knowledge or a religion to identify anything about this armor, unless you think there's another more relevant skill.
Not really. I'm looking at it. It's an int. I think that one might be. But, meh.
Well, I guess if Freya helps you out with her artificing, she could give you the help action for advantage.
Yeah, might need it with an 8.
Yeah, I'll give you
Plus
the
5,
advantage.
so I rolled a 3.
Roll the 3. You got one of my rolls. There you
we
go. The first thing you notice when you touch this gauntlet that was, as a reminder, pulled out of lava, it is ice cold to the touch. The lava did not seem to affect it at all. As you make physical contact with the armor, a shiver runs up your spine, not just from the temperature, but like someone stepped upon your grave. You take a few minutes to do a thorough examination, probably use some divine magic on it. And I suspect that you already suspect what it is that this has a little bit of the Ummerite, the black steel, like what that finger that you guys found made out of. But this particular armor is significantly less pure. It's like an alloy, if you will. Like maybe there was a small part of pure black iron that was mixed in with it when it was forged, which gives it its supernatural durability and damage absorption. But it's not quite that like supernatural one ring level of power like the finger that you found.
That's an ill omen. Whoever equipped this creature, they have access to the black iron.
Well, what do we know about it as far as, exploits and weaknesses? Anything?
That is a good question.
I mean, it's definitely information that will come in handy later if we come across that slime creature thing again.
Yeah. I also want to do something. Check out the suit in a second too, when I can, with investigation, if you'd allow me, Gombo.
Sure. All I will say is that Nulgrim, as Taskell turns around to talk to you, he's probably still got the gauntlet in his hands. Not a fun thing to hang on to. You see something that you haven't seen before is all those dwarven shades waiting for their grudge to be settled, who normally are just watching you. As the gauntlet swings toward them, they all take a noticeable step backwards away from it. You can do your investigation now.
So I'm not sure if it would be investigation actually, but I want to examine it, and this would probably take at least 10 minutes just to one, see if there's any not really weak points, but something that might be oh, it might be easier to get a hold of them in one way or another. But also, just to do a quick run through of whatever chemicals I would have in my alchemy supplies to see if they might be, or it might be something that they have some corrosion effects to it or anything. Something I could use to manipulate and possibly help us if we run into multiple of these or something.
I'll say investigation or alchemist tools. Your choice.
Let's see. It's the same either way, so I'll go ahead and use the alchemist supplies.
Okay.
24.
I'll go ahead and use 10 points of lay on hands while I'm thinking on to heal myself.
All right. Well, it is difficult to ascertain because you do not have the full suit of armor. You only have a part of it. The rest is still in the lava. This is, while completely lacking in adornment or style like most dwarven weapons, this is top quality dwarven craftsmanship, pure functionality. The critical hit that Thrum got was 1 in a million. It's extremely protective. There's no easy exploit or ability to grab onto it.
Gotcha.
Running through your alchemist supplies, you use several different chemicals and such like that. You don't really get a lot of reaction. You do experiment with a little bit of acid, which it doesn't seem to damage it, but you notice that after contact with the acid, the armor's texture slightly changes, but then about 60 seconds later, it is back to how it was.
Mm-hmm. So, like, possibly regenerative qualities on the armor itself.
Right. Like, there might, it's not pure mythic devil god metal, so there might be an exploit here, but you don't have enough in a pocket alchemist supply to be able to figure that out.
Fair enough.
Makes sense that if any of us experiments with acid, it'd be Fergus.
Listen, man, I grew up in the streets. So what else are you going to do in the middle of nowhere? That's all I got. Probably.
All right.
That'd probably take the time we have because there's probably somebody that was zombie went and alerted somebody. So something's going to happen. So we probably should start looking for a way out or a way to go.
Yeah, there's a door up here and a door down to the south, so you don't need to move on the map. As I said, it's not a dungeon, but
were
there's ways
there
out.
maps or roads going this direction from the other side of this chamber?
Nope.
Or is it
It was. This seems to be the only exit direction.
My question is, do we want to go away from where the zombie went, which might be a little safer, but if they went that direction, there's probably where we need to go, knowing our luck.
I say we pursue it till it's done.
But I think Nolgrove's going to switch things up a bit. Let's see. I think he's going to use Armor of Agathis on himself. And then I'll also go ahead and stow my shield and equip or turn my packed weapon into a Great Maul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Nolgrim, stop! It's hammer time.
All right, so you guys gonna head outside the sifting mill?
Yeah, head north.
So
All
you've
right.
got the Great Maul that the Stone Golem was using?
No. Actually, yeah, it probably looks exactly like it.
I mean, that's built into the stone golem, but it probably looks like it. All right, so you guys should be back on the Dammerhall map. I shift-clicked it. You are up on the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So this big building right here that's in the center, that is the sifting mill.
And you see the yellow is where the mithril was going?
Yes.
Like this way as we'd be heading towards the mithril?
Yeah, probably realistically, it's a lot smaller in reality, but I
Yeah.
made the pipe bigger so that way it's visible on the map.
So
And
my suggestion would be to follow the mithril.
and you can vaguely see, it's a little hard with you currently have, but there's like a purple haze that you see on the map here. It's not actually box shaped. I just did that for the sake of clarity on the map. But it's a great billowing cloud of like this miasmic smog that you've kind of been smelling. That it, as a reminder, it smells like sulfur and burnt eggs. But where before it was just like trace elements, this is like an actual thick fog, like peak LA fog smog.
I don't think we should go into the fart cloud.
But whatever needs the mithril is the thing that's in charge. So if we follow that direction, we're going into the fog.
I'll say again, I don't think we should go into the fart cloud.
If we do, stick close.
So that was my suggestion. If you want to lead us somewhere else, we can. But where else should we go other than the direction that is obviously going towards whoever's in charge?
So you guys can go north, south, east, or west. We're still not doing diagonals. Just use the arrow key. But other than that, you're not like in a tunnel. You're in a wide, high caverned space of a more settled part of the dwarf city.
Thrum will take a bandana out of his pack or something and wrap it around his nose and mouth. Fart cloud.
All right.
I want to see what the uses. What were all the uses of the spider silk? Was it spider silk cloak?
Yes. You could probably use it as like
with the weave cloak, yeah.
Yeah,
it's been a
you
while
can
since
probably
we've-
use bandana type thing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll use the weave cloak to basically help.
Bandana?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Did Thrum have one of those, or was
I
that-
think we all had one.
Yep, you all had one. Only the
here's-
companion.
I actually wanted to do something similar. So let me know if this would actually work or not, because even in real life, I doubt it would work. So I still have a bag of sawdust. Could I use the weave cloak and use the sawdust to make like a makeshift air filter to breathe through by like putting it between layers of the cloak and make a mask like that
I'll say sure.
to hopefully get out some of whatever's in this cloud?
Mm-hmm.
And looking at my fighting style, I think I'll revert back to a warhammer and shield.
You're like, okay, I got this, guys. You know what? Never mind. Hold on a second.
No, this isn't right.
I get it.
This is
Sometimes
heavy.
it just feels wrong to hold the wrong weapons. Every time I held that fucking mithril axe, I felt dirty.
That's how I felt about my third wife.
Is that the one with a beard or without?
Well, I don't know what she kept on the side, but she wasn't my wife when I first
Heyo.
met her. So
I've been meaning to ask. You had so many ex-wives, but hold on.
hold on, one of them's calling me.
You
Do you,
dog.
do you have any kids among them?
No, I'm absolutely sure there are no offspring.
So that's why he has so many ex-wives.
He lost his balls in a dare.
I just hold up my pinky and let it sag a little bit.
You think what you want there, young pup, but this is all rock solid.
Just
I
hear
swear I can't
Ivy
give him whimper.
Ivy in telepathy. You.
You know what you signed up for. You're
And
accompanying a bunch of dwarves.
That's what we're supposed to tell the court if they ask, right, Thrum? Absolutely no chance.
Absolutely no chance.
Can't wait to see his 27 kids with, how is it many now? 6 ex-wives?
I don't know.
No, that'd be in character.
Yeah.
It's going to turn into a cult thing where you had a bunch of wives and like sister wives or something, isn't it, Thrum?
He's the father of a religion in more than one way.
I can't hear you through this bandana. I say we head into this terrible.
We get to the
fart cloud.
mithril thrum, and it's the mithril thrum.
That's the next stage of evolution.
The wives of thrum.
No, that's what the line of dildos he made is called.
They all are in the shape of his head.
That's good. That's a multi-layered joke. I appreciate that.
Fine. All of his ex-wives tell him to go fuck himself, so.
It's true.
But yes, we head following the yellow pipe.
All right.
Well, the yellow
Token
pipe
to move.
road.
Click token to move yourself. Just use the arrow keys.
I was just trying to click it. We're against the wall here, so I guess that way. And that way. It's like a big building.
Yep. So before you eat anything else, as you're advancing through this miasmic smog that twists and whirls around you in ways that vapor should not in an enclosed space, kind of giving you the impression of slight shapes hanging within the air of the fog that make you uncomfortable. I need everyone to give me a charisma saving throw.
All right. And everybody keep in close, and you'll add a +4 to that roll.
Correctamundo.
So that would be 15 for me then.
13.
22 for Throne. That's why he has all those wives. Ex-wives.
And yes, even Freya inside of her suit needs to make her charisma. But it doesn't mean anything.
It has a filtration system, so it helped a little bit.
1 for Ignis.
Yes.
Anyone who needs it can add a +5 to the roll.
I guess it really depends on how much. Like, it's either probably me or Taskell that takes it, but
I can do both.
Actually, don't worry about the cohorts. We'll just skip any duty on that. But it's up to you who's getting the
because we probably could
genius.
both use it.
I can flash it. I can give both of them. If you look, you can use this feature number of times equal to your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, it could be important. I feel like this fart fog's a bad way to go.
So
There's
yeah,
many
they
ways
both
I
get
plan on going, but fart fog is not one of them.
They both get the +5.
I'd be okay with a lot.
Okay.
But
So that would make mine a 19. I believe 17 for Taskell.
No, 19 for Taskell, because I give him a +4.
Yep.
And then a +5.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Hand out some rebreathers I was making. On
Okay,
the
so that'd be
side.
21 for me. I just miscalculated. My math is bad.
Yep, I shall tell you nothing else what happens with that. Do you begin to see a large metal shape looming up near the center of this smog cloud? A large building with multiple pipes feeding into it. The infernal orange glow of furnace fire and the clang of metal chains echoing throughout inside of it. Multiple metal smokestacks stick up and where the miasmic smog is shooting up from. And though you have not explored much of this level of Dammerhall, as I had described before, it's the exact opposite of like Moria from Lord of the Rings, where in Moria it was all like eerily quiet. You hear the activity. You hear the sound of metal wheels and chains of hammer strikes. Like, stuff is 100% happening in here. This place is active.
and ugly.
All right, you may proceed if you wish to move forward.
Do we want to scale the castle as it is?
I think we're gonna have to go in and break up all the parts inside.
Okay, we start heading for probably whatever we can see. Maybe there's a back entrance or something, or something near the pipe we can follow.
Yeah, it looks like there's an entrance in here, or you can try to scale in on the side if you want to do a Mission Impossible type thing. Up to you.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
I said the main entrance is in this square here, or you can try to climb up where the pipe is if you want to do like a Mission Impossible break-in through the roof type entrance. That's up to you.
I look at the party. I don't think we can climb that well.
Because you still don't see any guards, at least without rolling. But
we just taken the
I
front
can
door.
cast fly on a couple people, but that's about it.
Say just we're here to bang some heads. Let's just go in the back door and start cracking skulls.
Well, there's a front door we can go through.
Even better.
He never uses the front door. Again, all of his ex-wives.
Yep.
No children here.
Turns out they were ex-husbands, and he just doesn't want to say
I
it.
definitely,
He's
I
self-conscious
definitely don't
still.
want to scale that pipe over there.
We head for the front door then.
All right.
They were very womanly husbands.
I made sure of that there was wigs.
Oh god, it's a Sparta situation.
There's still no guards or anything. It appears that whatever ruckus he was caused has put people on to super high alert.
Mm-hmm. While you're traveling, could I have made a survival roll to see if I saw which direction that zombie went?
That
it's too
ghoul,
late for
yeah,
that.
sure. No, absolutely. I'm
Because
fine
we're
with
still
that
going this
whatsoever.
direction either way, I think, but
Mhm.
it would have been nice.
I'll assist him.
Sure. Give it at
with
advantage.
23.
This way.
Which way?
The way that you've gone.
Okay.
Without needing to roll, you've entirely coincidentally went the direction that I marked down and it went.
Well, guys, definitely something in here that is in charge, so we came the
Action,
right
open a
way,
door.
question mark?
Right.
Well, now they're going to be in charge of being dead.
Housekeeping.
Before we open the door or bust in, I do want to cast Bless.
Yeah, do any of the buffs that you want to do now.
Man, I just feel hashtag blessed. Anyone in need of a short rest? I have a cat nap available if we want to take 10 minutes.
I'd only get
I'm
one
gonna-
spell slot back, so
Yeah.
I'm
We're
doing
fine. Save it until we really need it.
good. Yeah.
I'm going to heal up my suit, depending on how long we have.
Yeah,
So
you could have taken time while traveling, so.
Yeah, between you, Taskell, and Ignis all having mending, we probably could have buffed out the dents.
Who wants a Bless?
I'll be hashtag blessed.
Okay. And I got
That's
one
the
more
key.
person.
What does Bless do?
1d4
Add a
on
D4
saves
to
and attack rolls,
yeah,
I think.
save. Yeah, it's target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends. Add a D4.
I would say give that to Drum. Or
It lasts
Yeah,
for
so-
what? Does that only last for a minute? I thought
Yeah, 1 minute.
we're doing it basically as soon as we're charging through the door.
Yeah.
Storm will take it.
So Thrum, Fergus, and myself.
It's one time, right?
No, it's on any attack roll or saving throw for 1 minute.
Holy shit, okay.
And I'm pretty good at saving throws as is because of my flash of genius. So.
Mhm.
It's pretty hard for me to fail pretty much any saving throw at this point with a automatic +5 if I have it.
Oh, trust me, same here with my automatic +4 to all saves, because Paladin.
Just let me know when you guys are pre-buff and done.
I'm good.
Let me just pull out my spell sheet real quick. Oh, look, it's empty.
You're saying that like it's my fault.
Unless
I'm just being a
Taskell's
smartass.
doing something.
Yeah, I know.
Taskell question: can you get your hammer up before we go in?
I'd imagine, yeah.
Anyone hurt that needs a drink from the Stein?
Full.
I'm good.
Okay.
It's rage and engage, baby.
All right. You burst through the front doors into a large housed warehouse-like space, lined with large, like reddened metal tanks, as in like storage tanks, not the vehicle tank.
Damn
it.
No
But the
dwarven
most,
war machines yet.
give it time.
Yeah.
But the thing that surprises you the most about this space, which is clearly a workspace with multiple carts clearly used for moving tools, a couple catwalks over these tanks that you can feel heat radiating from, furnaces burning on the side, is that there is currently no workers in here. You see a few tools set around places, but they look like they've been set down, and whoever was here recently has just recently vacated. I'll just
They're
quickly-
probably
falling back to
consolidating somewhere.
falling back to a defensive position.
Do you have any idea of what
Oh, God,
might be
that's
in these storage tanks?
not without examination. I just described what they looked like.
Would I be able to take the time to do so?
Well, there's no window or anything like that, but if you'd like to take your time, absolutely.
You know,
Just take a pick
Is
to
there
the
like
side
a-
with a chisel. Ting,
I
ting,
imagine
ting,
like
ting, ting.
I imagine like, is there like a hatch at the top to see what's inside?
Yeah, there is.
Just poke a hole in the bottom.
No.
These tanks are hot to the touch, and when you open up the top hatch, there's usually pipes at the bottom feeding into a system. It's just a wave of heat hits you as this thing is filled with molten metal.
okay.
Vic, take a sip to figure out what it is.
What flavor of magma?
Why
you
is
wish
it-
it was
Why
magma.
does it smell like magma?
Most metals have a higher melting point to turn into magma than metal. This stuff's hotter than lava.
Mhm.
Sandstone is rock-wise is pretty easy to melt.
How's it look like they're keeping these tanks hot?
There looks like there's some furnace generators built into the walls here and here that are pumping heat into them. And then you see another door up on the top of the catwalk down here to the south.
That's where we need to head, boys. Well, check the room real quick, make sure there are no hidden doors.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a perception?
For hidden doors, that would be investigation.
Can I check and see if there's any way to turn these machines off before we go in, just in case?
Sure, that will be like a tinker's tool roll.
I don't have that, so I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
I was just sure if there's like a lever I could just see that.
You don't see an easy lever. You imagine that maybe they'll probably run out of some sort of fuel source if no one's feeding them.
Yeah.
You assume?
You say I don't know machines.
Mm-hmm. You're not Donatello. You don't do machines.
I was about to make that same joke.
Oh, God.
Listen, I can drop acid and make some really good grease, and that's about as best I can do.
Fergus is
dude.
more of a Michelangelo. Let's be real.
Hey, yo, Mikey.
But as you guys are investigating, you hear a loud, booming voice that you don't so much only just hear, but you almost feel it vibrate from the metal of the world around you, of this building, emanating from behind these doors, as a deep voice says, "We had an agreement, Dwarf King."
Yeah, I think
You
he's
do?
talking to you.
I didn't say any agreements.
Better not have.
Silence for a moment. And then a voice goes again. "Is it not the way of your people to honor oaths and bargains?" Give me a insight. Yeah, this voice is not talking to you, man. It's talking to someone else, and you're just overhearing one side of the conversation.
Guys, I think he's talking directly to me. Anyway, whoever's talking is an idiot. Let's just keep going.
Yep.
All right.
Time for a new
Hey.
dwarf king.
Who would he be
They're
talking to?
distracted. Yeah, if they're distracted, we'll either get to jump on them or hear more about who they might be talking to. Esty. Beck stomps over.
Ka-chung, ka-chung, ka-chung.
before you open that door or do anything, you hear the loud booming voice again. You will rue this day, earthen worm. I do not forget my grudges so easily. How would you guys like to proceed?
I rolled my stealth because I went invisible, and I'm doing that before we open the door.
Okay. Let me just double check some stuff.
Would Bless still be up? It's only good for a minute.
You guys did a bunch of searching of that room.
Yeah, so I didn't think so. Okay.
I'm just checking some passives. Okay. So Fergus, you got invisibility up, you stealth. Are you gonna try to slip through the door real quick without anyone noticing?
Probably not. I'm probably gonna let them go at, like, especially Freya, since she's kind of big and in the way. I'm just gonna let her go in first, but I'm gonna try to sneak in under the radar when other people are being noticed and hopefully not be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scouting ahead for this. Too much fuckery going on here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Apes together strong.
So someone open the door then? What the plan is?
Yeah.
Or all right. All right. So before I describe what you're seeing through the door right now, there is just a brief moment where when you open the door, this large basin of molten metal is billowing black smoke with blue flames at the bottom. And you just fleetingly see within the blackened smoke 2 red burning eyes and a frowning thin line of a mouth as if through like a beard in the smoke, before you see a single dwarven-sized figure standing in the middle of this lake of molten metal. I'll say, "Hey, I've heard enough from you," and pulls a lever, and shutters slam over the lake of metal, cutting off the smoke, plunging the chamber into darkness, before the clank of the lever moving back, and it opens up again, lighting it. Within this vast, expansive face, there is a massive melting pot of molten metal with catwalks strung over it, the walls lined with machines, chains dangling down from the ceiling. You see the clockwork above you where there's multiple zombie technicians moving about, uninvolved with what's going on. In the center, there, you can kind of see it here, is a large geared apparatus that seems to be stirring and churning like a giant mixer, a multi-phase like clockwork face machine. There is a cage dangling down over it that's leaking these blue vapors, and within that cage you see the roiling faces of dozens of trapped screaming souls as they orbit over this metal, infusing it with whatever foul essence is coming from the machine. You see 4 more of those Dammer guards standing along the crosswalk. As the giant Freya's golden suit kicks open the door, heads slowly turn in your direction. You see one has its hand on the shoulder of a ghoul, that same ghoul that ran out of the workshop and is now here. And directly across down the catwalk, you see that dwarven figure that pulled a lever. He is clearly dead, but not rotted. His face, all the color and blood has drained out of it to be a matte gray. His beard is finely braided, and his hair slicked back with a gleaming mithril crown resting upon his brow. His armor is fine of dwarven make, but there is something clearly wrong with it, as there seems to be veins crossing the otherwise resplendent mithril metal, black, as if the metal itself has become poisoned. Because his entire left arm, from pauldron to the tips of his fingers, is encased in a pure black chrome-like metal that matches the finger that you found, but an entire arm piece. This is not a alloy like what the Dammer Guard wield. This is the true, genuine article. And this figure turns to you as you open the door. Anyone who wishes to, that feels like you know anything about dwarven history, give me a history check.
Want it?
I know a thing or two about dwarven history.
All right. It was a high DC, but Milgram is the only one that managed to pass.
Well, it's not letting me roll.
Yeah, well.
Probably should have not rolled at that point.
Freya, it's your mom.
You just unlearned something, Freya.
How does your mech
what is
work?
Nilgrim. There has been 4 monarchs of Dammerhall, with the last one being the ruler only for being the ruler for a couple short decades by Dwarven standards before the calamity happened. So few images of that man had gotten out. But you had seen one of them in your obsession of studying the history of Dammerhall, and you were looking at a historical figure sprung directly from the pages. This is King Bendrak Trinehammer, the 4th monarch of Dammerhall. Now, very much undead, and very much looking directly at you all.
Does it count as being a kingslayer if we kill a slain king?
Only if I don't give you the go-ahead. You have my blessing.
Okay.
Out of character, did you say that this dwarven king killed the other one when he pulled the lever?
No, it's just there was some sort of giant presence in the black smoke that filled the room, and he pulled the lever and it just like cut off. He basically hung up on someone, is what he did.
Okay.
And he sees you, his eyes that are almost like frosted over with cataracts, looks at you. Says, "More looters, then. Come to pillage my city? Think it's some dead thing that you can claim?" He holds his hands aloft. "Look around you. Dammerhall's never been so alive, so productive, on the verge of greatness. I see you all. You're dwarves. I am High King of all dwarves across this world. Kneel and sow supplication to your majesty."
You have turned upon your people. This is no kingdom of dwarves.
Dude, this is the last king. This guy sucks.
Do you step forward because you're kind of behind the wall there, Nolgrim?
Yeah. I just
Because no one's
right there.
Yeah, no one's attacking at the moment. He narrows you at the moment for a moment and goes, "Oh, you're not a looter. I know what you are. You're one of those traditionalists, hide-bound by old rules set by our forefathers' forefathers. Anathema to progress. Do you not realize that those old traditions that you were willing to die for were holding our people back?"
Wait, he has a point.
Well, as far as I can tell, you've already died for your progress. I see no dwarves here. I only see undead and machine.
Then you're a fool. It's just as much as those ancestors that you serve. Yes, I know what you are, Grudgeblade. Your aura is not hidden to me. Neither are those shades that have been watching you. And Nolgrim, you see those shades around you are not just stepping backwards, but they are actively trying to be as far away from this man as possible, but they have to be within a certain radius of you.
Wait, I have a joke for this. Give me a second.
Hurry up, Fergus. You're going to lose the moment.
I posted in Skype.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
perfect example of what I'm talking about. You've made yourself slaves to those who've already had their time.
All I've seen here are slaves, toiling, no lives, no individuality, just mindless drones. It's not a kingdom you rule. I see no people, no individuals.
Then you are as short-sighted as ever, then. This is necessary. What I have built here will wash over the world and bring peace at last, both my people and all the others. There's countless threats out there. Drow, demons, the horrors that lurk beneath the earth, orcish plagues. I shall eradicate them all. None shall stand before the might of the Dammerhall Empire.
Oh, in that our aims are similar, but not this way. We fight for our people. You're not fighting for our people.
What was that beast? What you're making a deal with?
I shall tell you what. He looks at back, can vaguely see Taskell there in the background, sees the holy symbol. Slave to a god. Best me here, and perhaps I'll tell you. You, Grudgeblade, you seem to have something to settle. You may fight me while my guards kill your companions. Unless you're not dwarf enough for single combat.
I'll go glance over his shoulder, nod, and say, I will take that challenge.
He steps back to give you space so you can get there, and I'll bring up the initiative, because the Dammerguard are going to try to kill the rest of you. But
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
trying to hammer. Ooh, very low initiative. That poor ghoul who came to warn his sire about someone invading, and just show up before you can get the message out.
Do we want to bring Ignis or Ivy for this? I'll just throw in Ignis. Might as well keep it consistent.
Ignis would probably be more ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, ooh, yeah, this is some dwarven stuff, and I'm full Doga.
Hell, there might even be a worthy comment from the evil king over there.
Mm.
Seeing that.
All right, so I think I got everyone on my end. Pilgrim, Taskell, Fergus. Okay, so we good. Hold on, let me. That. Yeah. All right, Fergus, you invisible. You up first.
Let's see, 5, 10. Basic range. Okay, yep. So this is as good a time as ever to debut the Kraken Flask.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use its feature as is a Thorn Whip ability spell to attack this one, and if it hits, it's going to pull him 10 feet closer to me into the lava.
Nice.
And I should have advantage on the attack. I don't have a roll for it, but I can just use the dagger like I usually do.
What is the Kraken Flask? This sounds amazing.
That does hit.
So the damage, let me see, Thorn Whip. Are we letting it scale with like level for the damage or no?
No, because it's an item, so it's just unlimited use.
So
Because
it's
it does
1d6.
other stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably don't even need to roll. It's not going to get past his damage threshold.
Yeah, I don't know why I rolled. But yeah, you see me reappear holding what looks like a vial with a bottle of what looks like mucusy liquid that you swear has random suction cups kind of clinging to the inside of the flask. And this weird drippy liquid just hits that guy in the distance over there. and yanks him off the ledge into the lava.
Nice.
And I just turn to the guy that's been talking, like, dude, you suck.
He sees you appear from visibility without saying a word with his gauntleted hand. He just gestures like observe to the Dammer guard, and you look down and you see that the Dammer guard is on his hands and knees on top of the molten metal as little bits of magic are echoing out from his hands. And he says, "Do you really think I would walk over a pool of molten metal without casting water walk on myself and me guards first?"
You still suck.
Good.
Also, now he has to walk all the way up. I kind of like have that tap in my head, be like, "Think, McFly."
That your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do for an action since it's not an attack.
Grum.
All right. Sorry, this room's a little bit laggy for me. I have to slow scroll.
Yeah, I had to refresh the page myself because it was kind of soft walking again.
Weird.
Okay.
This
Once I get
is
it.
this
This
isn't
isn't
like,
even that big of a map. It's just,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
no,
that,
it ain't.
that-
I think transitions might have.
yeah.
I'll refresh after I centipede over. Hold on. I'm almost there. And landed. Bonus action rage.
Mhm.
One left after this. Then try to shove this guy into the lava because I don't have a better idea yet. And you're right. He
All
has to wall it back up if it works.
Yeah, at least it buys us time.
Right. They're going to get really tired of falling down if it keeps working.
Just tire him out through exhaustion.
Like,
20.
dude, stop pushing me down.
all right. So he falls, but he lands on top of the lava.
Where can I see where the nearest ladder coming up is?
There is no ladder coming up,
Uh,
but some of these chains look like they might be able to grab onto them.
okay.
All right. Ghoul's gonna shoot his shot. He's gonna come at Fergus. It's Ghoul time, baby.
Respect. That'll hit. I'm not gonna just use my reaction to. Actually, I'm not even going to. That's 5 damage. I'll take it.
Yep. DC 10 Constitution save or be paralyzed.
That might suck though.
One.
You are within 10 feet.
One. Yeah, you add a +4 to this. It's very low chance of. Yeah, you're fine.
Woo! For once, I don't get paralyzed.
I mean, for comedy's sake, it would have been great that you've been sassing Bendrak. You're like, yeah, you suck, and then just a tiny little scratch on the side of your cheek, and you
You
just
suck, and then I just faceplant.
yeah. But no. And then it will appear still within reach. Ignis.
Just to get line of sight, go here and firebolt that guy who just attacked Fergus.
Mhm.
Wrong. I opened the wrong character sheet. Hold on. Yeah, normal attack.
Yep.
16 fire damage.
Still up, but he is not loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's her turn.
All right. Moment. See here. Yeah, no. Okay. Freya.
Has it been 10 minutes since our last fight?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to level my cannon at this ghoul here.
Talk about overkill.
That's the point.
Just
It's not supposed to be an advantage, but I think it's still
Either
hit.
way,
20 would
22.
still hit.
yeah.
It evaporates. Or moves.
And then I look over to Fergus and I say, I know you don't care much for dwarven tradition, but if you interrupt this duel, the next one's going into you.
I really want to interrupt the duel.
Tough words from the big lady.
I want to interrupt the duel so bad.
Anything else? You going to move into the room, Freya, or?
Is there room for me to move in this way?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
move past Fergus. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's an enemy there, but
Better her than me.
oh, I gotta refresh. Goodbye.
All right. Milgram.
You sacrificed your people for your own ambitions. You are a disgrace to your station. I will put my grudge upon him.
Mm-hmm. He has his hands behind his back now. Says, "Says the slave to the free man."
Move up.
You know, you have a point, but you don't have to be a dick about it.
And actually, I'll take. I'll move up 10 feet, and then I'll cast Bane on him, and the other two guys are on the platform. They each give me a charisma saving throw.
All right. So Bendrak first. 11.
Fail.
Damergard.
All fail. DC is 16, so they all have a subtract a D4 from attacks and saving throws.
All right. You know what? I'll be a styly fool. Bendrak's going to use one of his legendary resistances to succeed, but the other guards have to just take it.
Okay.
Is that all you do?
Yep, that's all I can do for now.
All right. You come up, you cast a spell. You see him roll his eyes as best he can, despite the fact that you can't really see his corneas. And he goes, "It's taken too long." And he's going to spend one of his legendary actions to perform a weapon attack as he reaches back and seems to reach into the smoke, which coalesces into a long chain made of blackened smoke and cinders. And he's going to whip it out at you. It's got a range of 30 feet, 23.
That'll hit.
All right, and you are pulled 10 feet closer.
Okay. That does. Let me see what Armor of Agathis does. I think he might have to be right next to me. Let me see.
Yeah, because he was 10 feet away at the time of the damage.
Actually, it's a melee attack, right?
Yes, it is.
So he takes 15 damage.
All right. Which he takes.
Right.
As you just get pulled closer, full frontal spikes first.
Right.
All right. Now it's actually his turn. And you still have your armor as Agathis up, right?
No, that destroyed it.
Okay. I just asked because it's visible, you know?
Yeah.
What should I do in my bag of tricks? Okay, so he's going to melee attack you.
Mhm.
First up, he's going to, because after he used those chains, they just vanished as soon as he used them. He's going to gesture back, and he's going to conjure a maul and hit you with that.
That'll miss.
All right. He will then follow up with a backswing with a maul again.
That'll hit.
All right, so you take that damage, and you're pushed 10 feet away.
Actually, hold on. Should have 4 more hit points.
Didn't you used to do this shit 2 months ago, Nolgren?
So, -7 from fire, -24 from necrotic. Ouch.
And then he gets his third and final attack, where he'll hit you with the chains again.
That'll hit.
Pulls you back. So you duck his first blow, but then he gets you in the backswing, which sends you off your feet, and you don't even touch the ground when the chains lash out from his other hand like fucking Ghost Rider, and he just pulls you back into melee.
Make up your mind. You want me close or afar?
It is now the Dammerguard's turn. The one next to Freya is going to attack with his halberd. These two standing on the lava are going to fire magma at Thrum. And this last one over here is going to lob at Fergus. So first up, the attacks against Freya. 1, 2.
That's a hit and miss.
Yep, even the D4 subtraction wouldn't affect the 25. So 14 fire, 8 necrotic.
Well, actually, the D4 subtraction might affect the 25.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will roll the D4.
His
Do
reactions
a
and all that.
concentration check real quick. Because I took a lot of damage there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you might not have that bane affected at all anymore.
Is it a concentration or a
Yeah,
constitution?
each attack. Concentration is a Constitution check. Save, isn't it? Yeah, it's equal to 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
I see.
So
First
that would
one
have
was the
already
chains.
failed from the maul, the 31 to hit.
Well,
maul.
no, that was from the chains. So I passed with the
going down the
chains.
So
Yeah.
next one would be the maul then.
Keep in mind the fire is halved, so
So I think that would pass the maul, just judging by the numbers. If you have the fire and then reduce it to half. Well, you actually might still have it.
Nicely done, sir.
All right,
This
so-
last one.
It's a 23 if Bane is still in effect.
23 divided by 2? Because it's
No,
half the damage, right?
No.
23
No,
to hit Freya.
it's a hit
Oh.
Freya.
Yeah, it's D4 less.
So I don't know if a 23 would affect anything there, Michael.
It just meets my AC, unfortunately.
Okay. So you take that damage. So we got Dread Magma against Thrum for 21 points. Against Fergus for 20. Oh, yeah, and then the other one was going to be Thrum because he pushed him off again.
And it's a reflex saving throw for anyone within 5 feet of us.
Yes.
And us, of course.
Yes, and you, of course, success negates the damage. And I'll just save you the spoiler. Yeah, these guys are immune to necrotic damage.
Had a feeling.
Wait, are they? I don't know. Their armor would take it. Yeah, they are. I forget what past combo red sounds sometimes.
So I managed to avoid it, but I'm not sure about Thrum and Freya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Thrum's got it. Yeah, Thrum's good. Freya does take
48.
yeah,
And if you
48.
fail by
so
5
that
or more, you're also
that would-
restrained.
Yes, so that would be 21 points of necrotic damage.
And she's restrained.
And restrained, yes. Just for the one round.
Yeah.
And then the next turn. All right. And then after they attack, these guys are gonna start moving here. They're still down on the lava. The blue dot means they're underneath the catwalk. There's no good way for me to do that. Taskell.
Need a plan, fellas.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what to do because one of these guys took a lot of punishment.
Oh, they're a lava trick. I don't know how we're going to get these big black guys out of here.
Yeah, okay, first we were fighting whites, and now we're fighting big black guys. The jokes are literally writing themselves, guys.
To be fair, they're whites on the inside.
Oh god, they're Uncle Tom.
Oh, God.
Uncle Ruckus. Is
Oreos.
that you?
I mean, at least these big black guys are tough. We did like a full white genocide earlier.
Oh god, we're terrible.
Just take a deep breath and let it go by.
I mean, I guess we're halfway on our way to, becoming the first D&D stream on Fox News. That's one way to find an audience.
No,
But do we want that audience though?
No. Anyway, Taskell, it's your turn.
Forget what's the rules on casting and melee in here.
You can do it. Yeah. If it's a
If you try to
range,
cast a ranged spell in melee to the same person you're adjacent to, I think you have disadvantage though. This is the only issue.
Actually. Yeah. Don't think I'll cast that spell just yet. Try and hit him. Probably won't do anything.
a little too low, unfortunately.
Now go ahead and bonus spirit, which will also miss. Down. Oh. That's my turn, I guess.
Okay. Fergus.
So as per my subclass,
Mhm.
I specifically have a thing called Eye for Detail, which lets me as a bonus action make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues.
Mhm.
What I would like to do is look at this machine that's apparently being powered by souls
Yeah.
and see if there's anything I can do to really fuck with that and get that guy off of his rocker that's fighting with Milgram. I'm not interfering with the duel before Freya gets all up in arms, but I really want to fuck with this guy one way or another. And also, who knows, that might help us in the long run anyway.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I'll borrow something from a different system because that's absolutely an ability you have, and that's absolutely something you can do. How would you think you can mess with this machine, and then I'll just make that canon.
So the souls look like they're not having a good time, right?
It looks like they are being drained of essence into the metal, less of than the machine is running on it.
Gotcha.
You see a bunch of zombie technicians in the clockwork above you, not depicted on the map.
Gotcha. Check it. I would. Yeah, you still have the watch, which could really help with that.
I could hand it off to you next round, but because I'm already kind of thinking about getting out of the suit. But
yeah, I'm just trying to think of what I could do as a non-magic-y person. Let me just check my inventory and stuff and see if I can.
Yeah, sure. Like as I said, this is more of just a thematic thing, not like a me requiring you. If you want to fuck with the machine, I'm saying that is going to happen. I'm just letting you thematically.
Yeah, I'm just trying to thematically think of how I would fuck with it.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear that it's like this is a thing that is happening, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so what I want to do essentially is, because this looks like it's draining the spirit's energy and putting it into the machine into the magma or whatever it's doing, right?
Yep, into the molten metal.
And I have a weapon that can hit the ethereal plane.
Correct.
So all I could think of, like, I don't know if this how I could frame this to it would work. Hit something on the machine to inverse with the course and maybe strengthen the spirit that he's trying to drain.
Okay, yes, that's at least something you could try to do. I mean, your main goal is to fuck with the machine, so even if it doesn't work exactly like that, it's going to still fuck with the machine.
The machine a little bit or something.
Yeah.
That's what his thought would be like. Is there something I can use to basically reverse the flow? Is what he's aiming for, but anything he can use to fuck it up is what he would do. So I'm not sure what I would do to roll for that.
Just do like a flat attack roll, I'll say.
Okay.
You could do it at advantage because you have the whole eye for detail thing.
23.
Oh, hell yeah. You fire an arrow that goes through the machine and into this blue spirit cage down over here. It doesn't quite reverse the intake of the machine, but there's definitely, you hear the grinding gears, a couple zombies fall off and go plunk and melt into the molten metal. That sorry, had a brain stutter there.
It's all good.
You ever have that where it's like your brain loads like a YouTube video, buffers like a YouTube video?
No,
Anyway,
I feel that.
As the because like obviously the map isn't rotating, but this cage thing would be doing like a clock spin all around. As it comes to a stop, and the spirits screech out audible for once. And you see Bendrak grabs one of his ears from him and goes, "Ugh." To all of you, it just sounds like a ghostly wail. But Nulgrim, you briefly hear voices Dwarven going, "Please, Grassblade, no, he's tapped into the halls. He's trying to," and then it's gone. Any of Nulgrim's attacks will have advantage on his next turn against Bendrak.
Gotcha.
Like a super help action.
Yep. And then could I also use my Hunter's Eye before my turn's over and target these things and see if they have any vulnerabilities at all? I can learn a fact of my choice, and one of them is a vulnerability the creature has.
They do not have any damage of vulnerabilities. I'll, for free, give you their immunities as well. They are immune to necrotic and poison, as well as the charmed, frightened, poisoned, and exhausted conditions.
Gotcha. Worth the use of it.
Yeah.
And then I will just... Do I want to be brave? I don't want to be that brave. I'm going to start moving.
Mm-hmm.
To there. Also, I wouldn't be invisible anymore, so that's a
yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Thrum.
Watching Fergus do all that, Thrum would say, should we break the machine?
Figure out a way to hurt these fucks. We can't do much to them.
So break the machine?
It.
I just shrugged.
It's a good plan as any.
All right. Knowing that I can't hurt these guys. All right, refresh didn't help a lot. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think I can even hurt these things on my max damage unless I get a crit, so.
Yeah, I can't do 30 damage, and y'all...
I mean, I did like 30-something damage, and they were just ignored it, so.
Yeah, and I can't get that. So, and the lava isn't hurting them, and they have ranged, so Thrum's going to move down here, knowing he has 35 movement speed. That's his move, still within one movement action, and then he is going to use his Ghost Water. Hold still. Hold still. Right there. There we go.
Nice.
And with his one attack, he's just going to bash this machine.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an attack roll. Yep. Does not have high AC.
Yeah, I was
but
like, that's really low, but 14. You
Yeah,
can get
it's-
something standing still.
Yeah, it's like it's a big old machine, you know. Anyone can punch a wall. Your stone or your axe slices into the metal. Steam starts shooting out of a foul color like the miasma. You're hacking at these bellows here. That definitely pulls Bendrak's attention away from Nulgrim for a moment. He says, "Don't you touch that."
Oh, I'm sorry. You and I are in a duel. I thought it looks like your companions are a little too tough, so they're going after the softer thing.
Thrum, is that the end of your turn?
Bonus action?
Sure.
Yep, he's in rage. Bonus action. He's going to use his change, which have a... Oh, yeah. So the chains have a reach of 15 feet. So he's going to try and whip a chain down along one of these gears so that as it rolls, it'll get tied up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no rolls for that. That is... it unfortunately is linking you to these spinning gears, but that is absolutely fucking up this machine big time. The entire building is rolling now. I'm not showing them. Lots of zombies going into the drink.
Why, is this the life force of your kingdom here?
Bendrak turns his eyes towards you, and Thrum, that's the end of your turn, right?
Yes.
Nulgrim. He's going to spend 2 legendary actions to cast a spell. Could you give me a Constitution saving throw? All right.
You've got it, no grub.
You
was I
feel the
muted?
Yeah, you were
Never
muted.
mind. Never mind then.
I'm gonna
feel the magic press
Flash of
around
Genius
you.
just on top of it.
You beat the DC by 1.
Oh, Jesus.
You were very lucky there. You wouldn't have liked what it was going to happen. Yeah, but you see him. He looks at you, and then you feel the magic. And when you manage to resist it and push back against it, he grunts for a moment. And he goes, "No, he'll just put me behind production quotas." Now it's Ignis's turn.
You have quotas. Who is the master now? Clearly not you. Is it your smoky friend there?
Him?
She's gone.
No, I'm done with that fallen son. He already gave me everything I wanted, so I don't need him anymore.
Oh. Yeah, definitely got to record that thing tonight.
Yeah. Go ahead.
She's just going to cast Blur on herself for now.
All right.
Make it harder for her to get hit.
Now we will go Freya.
Am I able to tell what is in these pipes? If it's lava or what's going on there?
It looks like they're dumping it looks like they're dumping mithril ore into a big smelting vat. That's what you're standing over right now, and they're doing some sort of alloy treatment of it involving dwarven souls, and then pumping it out back into those tanks in the previous room. I just tell you that straight out because you're an artificer. This is literally what you do.
So if they're pumping it out, then it is molten in this pipe.
100%.
Cool. I'm going to use my last spell of, I think, 3rd level is fly. Yeah, 3rd level spell to cast fly on myself again. And then I want to go underneath the catwalk here.
Absolutely.
And I want to start to dislodge this pipe here because they have water. They have what on it? I know it lets them walk with the water on top, but I don't think if the lava is coming from above.
Yeah, no, that would still 100% cook them. You are exactly right. The phrasing of walk on water is you can walk across the surface. If you fall lava on them, they take it. You are absolutely right, my friend. Tell you what, why don't you move into position and give me an attack roll against that pipe? And then if it hits that Dammer guard right there, he'll get a dexterity saving throw to have the damage, but he will otherwise just be taking it.
All right.
I know this is a spell and an action at the same time, but rule cool. All right, that definitely achieves it. So I will, if you want to roll 10d10.
All right.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take full. That guy's gonna take full pop.
42.
Woo! Yeah, he is grievously hurt from that. as molten metal. Actually, I did just go ahead and roll 2d10 more because I just established that molten metal is hotter than rock lava, so it should do a little bit more damage. I say
11 on top.
he takes all of that. And before Nulgrim's turn, Vendrax can use his last legendary action to slam Nulgrim. Oh, but that'll miss. So, Nulgrim.
All right.
Get his ass.
You got advantage.
Yes, I do. Take a swing. And I will pump Eldritch and Divine Smite into that. Let's see.
Go ahead and roll it, because that absolutely hits. He's got a very high AC, but that absolutely hits.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, and just to be clear, when you did the cold damage last round, he took all of that. He
Okay.
doesn't have the crazy damage threshold like these other guys.
All right, so we got 3d8. 48. All right. We'll do a third level for the Divine. So that's 5d8. And then Eldritch Smite is 2d8, 38, 48 on top of that. And he does fall prone as he takes additional 40 points of damage.
So how much is that total?
40, 52, 56, 60.
Oh my god, really? Hold on. That's fucking amazing. All right. So he uses his reaction to perform what I named Shadow Steel Parry. It's where he uses that divine, blackened metal arm of his, and he folds it to use the entire arm like a shield, very much Roman gladiator style. So that when he uses that reaction, he gets a damage threshold against that one attack. However, that damage threshold is exactly 60 points of damage.
Nice.
And what's better, if you get past that, he's stunned on his next turn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That helps.
Yes. Yeah, just prove to you I'm not bullshitting.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote a couple days ago. So, yeah.
That is very good to know. All right, second attack.
I very much intentionally made it so that way there was no saving throw either, because if you hit someone with 60 points of damage, that's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that hits his AC.
All right, I'll pump another smite into that. I don't have any more Eldritch Smite, but let me see.
Also, am I related to this dude? My character?
You are technically related, but you descend from his grandmother.
So does stunned add anything to this?
It would make these at advantage, but it already has advantage due to furnace. So
Gotcha.
Well, doesn't it also auto crit if it's stunned, or is that something else I'm thinking?
no, that's paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Gotcha.
That would be 37.
All right. You only had that one reaction anyway. Oh yeah, you fucked him up hard.
We're both rough at this point.
Mm-hmm. And now it is his turn, but he is stunned, so he did nothing but just getting out of the stun condition. And now it is the Dammer Guard. All right, so this one here is going to start climbing up the chain. I'm going to say he has to double move to do that, so that takes his entire turn just to get to here. This other one is going to move out of the lava, but then is going to try to take shots at Freya with his Balefire Halberd. Natural 20. So it's some nasty damage, but then the second one might also hit. So you could tell me.
Did she get any kind of cover since he's swinging at her with a melee from below?
Yeah, they're both
Wait, is
kind
Freya
of at
down
lava.
in the lava now?
Yeah, she's at the lava.
Oh.
That's how she knocked the pipe and seriously damaged this guy that's taking shots at her.
Oh, okay.
This guy is going to double move Huff it just to get here. Try to cut you off from interfering with the king's battle. And this last guy will take some shots at... Wrong character sheet. Will take shots at...
Oh, that actually takes out the... that first attack actually took out the rest of the suit's health.
Ruh-roh.
Mm-mm.
So, Freya, you plunge into the lava, which begins slowly corroding through the golden metal of your suit. It definitely hasn't reached you yet. You know what? Let's do it this way. Give me a 1d2 roll real quick.
Or skill challenge to get out.
This is going to determine how many rounds until the suit is... Okay, so you will have one turn before the suit is completely under. So you can get out of the suit on your turn with your full action and your movement, and you can try to get yourself to safety before you go into the lava. Because logically, the molten metal is viscous. You would have a few minutes to get out of there. Or a few seconds. Anyway.
It's all right.
Two halberd attacks against Taskell. Where was that natural 20 I got earlier?
Mm-hmm. Well, it took Freya out of the fight for a minute.
Yeah. There's a... Oh, here, I'll just minimize your token and you can set it back to Freya's image.
What is the 4d6 that's on here that's not labeled? The 46 damage on that attack? It says the normal damage is 15 plus 8
that's
fire,
necrotic.
17.
Yeah, it's necrotic.
17 plus
But
19 necrotic.
Yeah.
19.
Because it's a critical
They're
hit.
both necrotic damage?
Yeah, because it rolled it
So
twice.
Okay.
Yeah, the first two are fire, the second two are necrotic.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was in the process of directing the hammer to go after the gears when Freya's suit went down.
Mhm.
Tess was rather alarmed at this.
Mhm.
Assume in a couple seconds I'll see her scrambling out the hatch.
Yep.
Can you cast fly on yourself, or is it just the
Yep.
suit? Okay,
Oh, sorry. If she still has a spell slot, she can cast fly on
Mhm.
herself.
that's the other half of the implied question.
Yeah.
Physically, I'm gonna scoot over a bit, take another swing at this bastard in front of me. .23 will hit.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Probably not enough damage.
No, unfortunately not.
And
There is a very cathartic clang as you smash into him and he staggers, but
Mhm. The father's hammer can't quite reach the gears this turn, so I guess that's my turn.
Fergus.
Okay. Fergus is feeling rather ineffectual here. Gummed up the machine as best he can, but can't really seem to do much. So he's just going to, like, you know what? I'm just going to keep trying because got nothing else better to do. So he's going
We
to
keep hitting it.
just going to steady his breathing and do the steady aim on this guy again, and really try to hit him hard. But got all I got to do.
That most certainly hits.
Yeah, it doesn't do enough though.
No, unfortunately not.
Got nothing. That's my turn. I'll
Don't you
start
have
moving
2
down.
attacks?
Yeah, but if my sneak attack doesn't work,
I mean, if you get a natural
I can't
20, it
move.
bypasses it
Okay.
entirely.
yeah,
So-
but
Okay,
I'll try
whatever
it
you
again.
want to do. I'm not going to...
Well, I'm saying I don't have advantage on both attacks.
Gotcha.
So
It's just one of those things where it's like, on the off chance you get a natural 20. You could...
listen, I can attack, and that's pretty much my entire thing.
I know.
And I've got an idea of something to do. We'll see if it works, but
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Thrum.
All right. Dumb question. Does this thing count as grappled since we're connected together?
You know what?
Or
For the
just-
love of shenanigans, I will say yes. Thrum, you are successfully grappling the building.
he gets extra
Pin it.
damage.
Pin the building. Do it.
I would like to knock the
His
building
target is grappled. Okay, so I'm gonna athletics to suplex. No.
Can he suplex the entire mechanism into the lava?
He's going to go large. Just
Okay.
hit harder. More boom boom. So bonus action, go large, and he's going to swing away at the machine.
In one time, this guy suplexed a train. So
He's got him in a full Nelson.
Yeah, so gears are popping out of it. It is 100% not functional. That cage filled with souls has fully snapped off and gone into the molten metal, and now you see tortured dwarven faces in the bubbles of the metal as the entire machine is breaking and hissing and snapping apart.
Now,
oh god, you
side
made it
note,
worse.
A proper dwarven burial is often lowering a deceased loved one into a river of lava, right?
Yep.
Because it is the return to the mother and the father.
Mm-hmm.
So they return
Not
to the
much is
mother
doing
and
a
the father.
return here.
Yeah.
Are these guys showing any pain from destruction of this machine?
They are not showing any pain, but you do see their helmets pivoting as they glance up towards the ceiling, as you are maybe, I would say, like 2 rounds from this entire room collapsing in on itself.
Oh, Jesus.
This wasn't at all how I thought this would go. No action left, but a free no economy left, but a free item interaction. Can I pull my chains loose? Because
You know what?
technically an appendage of me.
Give me an athletics check, DC 30.
Okay, at advantage for rage.
Yes.
Good. No.
So
close.
you realize you might have a little bit of a problem right now. That's the reason why I said the building's about to collapse. I'm like, Thrum's tied to this thing. I'm going to reward that with destroying a building.
Love it. All right, that's his turn.
All right. Vendrak's going to legendary action, try to punch Nolgrim again.
That's
Oof.
a miss.
You're avoiding these blows. Ignis.
Oh, what can she do? How strong these things are. There's not a whole lot she can do. She's lots of fire. Honestly, she'll probably lodge a fireball at the one next to Taskell and get the fuck out of this room if it's collapsing.
That's fair.
So she'll try to hit the one that's attacking him. 15 will miss, I imagine.
Yeah, that'll miss.
And she's just gonna start heading out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's her turn.
Freya, you are on top of your suit. It is submerging into the lava, or the molten metal. I keep making that mistake.
It's basically lava.
It's basically lava. Michael?
Did Thrum manage to get his chains loose?
Nope.
All right, I'm
I
going
did not.
to.
Could you can you
cast?
flash him?
Well, no. That's the flash of insight's only for saves. This was a skill check.
Gotcha.
I'm going to, and never ask me to flash you again, Cope.
I got the point across.
We've already established he is that uncle.
Spider climb up onto the pipes and
nope.
make my way over and on top of the grate if I can.
I'd say you can do that.
And then I'll take out my axe and say, I'll see if I can help you get out.
Hey, just smash him if you can.
But I can't do an attack this round because
Yeah, spell and
I
move.
cast a spell.
All right, before Nolgrim's turn, one last legendary action. 30.
So he is prone because that's part of the Eldritch Smite.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. My apologies. Well, the last one missed, so I'll just roll it again.
That's a miss.
All
All right. No, we end this, and I'll use a Vow of Enmity. So my attacks are once again with advantage,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'll pump a second level Divine Smite into that.
Does it hit? He did say he had high AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Barely, but it hits. So that is
38.
38. Yeah. He is going to reaction use his Shadow Steel parry. Gives himself damage threshold 60 to absorb all that damage, but now his one reaction is gone.
All right, and then Warhammer. Let's see if, please. Fuck.
That meets his AC.
Okay. All right. Pump my last spell into that.
If you guys are curious about behind the screen things here, he counts as having full plate, and that metal arm is counting as a +2 shield. So
Yeah. 38 and again.
38. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to block it with, so he takes that full pop. He is looking kind of beat up. That's your turn.
Yep.
All right, he's going to spend half of his movement to stand up.
As you do.
Yep. Let's see.
I very well may go down from here.
It's okay. You'll join Thrum.
We're going down. We've got
Yelling
some
timber.
lava.
It's going down for real.
Oh, yeah. No, this building's coming down no matter what now. I'm just quickly looking at all the things here, deciding what I want to do.
Question is he going down with us?
Fuck it. He is going to spend another couple movements here. And then Maul.
That'll hit.
All right, and you're pushed back 10 feet.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I think you're actually just legit dead.
Yep, I'm dead.
Any kind of reflex save to grab onto the grate?
Well, let me see if I'm even. Let me see if I'm
got
even
0 right
conscious.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, if he's, are you still conscious after that damage? Because that'll determine.
I have 4 hit points.
All right, so I did write this down in advance. Anytime someone is pushed off, I was hand-making it for those guards because I knew it. They get a DC 15 dexterity save to grab onto the lip.
50-50 shot. Oh shit!
Yay.
All right, so you're grabbing
Right
onto
on
the lip,
nose.
but he's still got 2 attacks.
Well, this will
He's
probably
back
finish
here
me.
now, right?
Well, the other one will pull him back, so at least we don't fall in the lava.
Yeah, does Nolgrim get cover or anything from this? Kind of an awkward angle to hit him at. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say you get 2 cover, but he's still got 2 attacks left as he conjures a wicked barbed longsword made out of embers and ash, raises above his head and looks down at you and says,
Long live the king.
that's probably better
Sorry.
than what I was going to say, but
Damn you, Richard.
he goes, even more of a disappointment than the last Grudgeblade who tried. And then he is going to Balefire Blade.
That'll hit.
No.
And I'm down.
You guys all see a shadowy blade sink into the gap in between Nilgrim's chin and his neck armor, going almost halfway to the hilt. He lets go and he falls into the molten metal below.
Nolgrim.
Ferg.
Mm-hmm.
Duel's
All right.
over, bitch.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
As Bendrak looks up at the ceiling after pitching Nolgrim into the molten metal Anakin Skywalker style. He looks up at the building coming down, rattling his gears falling, and he goes, blast it all. It's going to take a good 2 months to rebuild this. All right. We're done here. Turns to the Dammerguard. Kill them and report back to the palace. So it is going to be Dammerguard. These two are going to crowd in onto Taskell.
Mhm.
And 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think actually one of those will hit.
I think one of those actually hit.
Two of them at least. 23 AC.
So one of them hits.
20.
This guy's going to spend his entire turn scrambling back up. This guy is going to then spend his entire turn just running over to Fergus.
Mm-hmm.
Taskell, your turn.
Just marking off the temporary hit points. So, the thing I had been overlooking for so long.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast it either way, but if the threshold is from their armor, if I use heat metal on their armor, are they
Yes,
going to take that?
They still take the damage. I'll let you know now. That is a successful workaround.
So, heat that one up.
It's getting hot in her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is that,
No saving throw. He just takes it.
I think it's only 1d8 at level.
Hey, scoreboard.
Yeah,
2d8.
he takes it.
Mhm. Then I'll just shout to them that we should get out of here. Get a couple more AOs, but backing off. Hammer keeps going to thwack and try and unseat that gear. One of the gears that he's caught on.
Mm-hmm.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yep, those will miss. At the end of your turn, Bendrak is going to spend 2 legendary actions and cast teleport on himself.
Counterspell on Ignis's reaction.
Teleport is a very high level spell. So
She's going to have to roll for it, but
Yeah, it's a 7th level spell. So
yeah,
go
the
ahead.
chances of her succeeding are
cock block this asshole.
Let me see. I'm just trying to remember what you have to roll. Using your spellcasting ability. So.
And it's charisma for her.
Shit.
So she has to basically get a natural 20, I think. So
But yeah.
it's 10 plus the spell level. She has to get a 17.
No.
Hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Hey, he took the one that she found attractive.
His eyes drift over to Ignis. Daugar. Should have known. All right, Fergus.
Yeah, so I'm going to use Insightful Fighting on Bendrak. So I have to make a deception versus his insight.
All right. His insight.
He's probably
Sorry,
succeed.
his deception, your insight. My apologies.
No, my deception, his insight.
Oh, okay. 25.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Thrum's still within reach, I believe, for his since he's large, so I'll still get a sneak attack, but I was hoping to get him a little bit better. But I am going to try to unload on him.
All right.
So, first attack,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
18 plus 12, so 30 points of damage.
All right. He will use his reaction to nullify that.
So, second shot, this will not be with sneak attack.
That still hits.
For 7. Action surge, I'm going to attack him 2 more times.
Yep. He's still down a reaction. That hits.
For 11. I will use
last
a
one will
D8 to
miss.
see if I can hit it. Nope, it's probably not going to hit. That's all I got in me.
Mhm.
As I begin to hurl some sailor obscenities to him, but I am going to start moving. Let's see. I'll take the risk of attack as I'm going to move down to this way.
You got one attack.
That'll hit. I'll use my action to half the damage.
Yep.
And that'll be all I got.
And for sake of clarity, Bendrak is exceptionally beat up looking right now, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Well,
not
that's why
a smug thing. You've really kicked the crap out of him. All right, Thrum.
All right, Thrum is going to forget about the chain, forget about being stuck, and he's swinging at Bendrak with the Scalebane axe.
That'll miss.
Miss.
That'll hit.
Yep.
All right.
And it's still scoreboard.
You carve up the side of his face with your reach. He gives a shout in pain as you feel flesh give way along the side of his head, revealing that the interior of his skull is like molten cinders, like the interior of a burnt log. He drops to his knees briefly as he has fire bursting from it. And he says, "Do you know all that I have sacrificed for this? You stupid little ingrate subjects. You will die in this city. Your flesh will be worked into my steel. Your bones will labor on my production lines, and your souls will fuel my forge." As the fire continues to engulf him.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I triggered phase 2.
Congratulations on actually getting the boss to phase 2.
Oh no.
Dun, dun, dun.
But I assume that's the end of your turn, Thrum.
That is.
All right. Ignis, what are you going to do?
Probably see him and be like, oh shit. Room's still caving in. Probably just needs to make an escape. So,
Yeah.
probably just starting to head out.
Mhm.
Basically, double moves to get over here. That's it.
Second. I'm just sending a message real quick. All right. Freya, your turn.
Sounded like someone started vacuuming in their head.
I know. I heard that too.
Just saying how much this sucks.
He's typing though.
I got a thing for you, Loki. Don't you worry.
I figured
got a
you'd
thing.
have something.
It's your turn, Michael.
Confirmation.
Casual what? 11 p.m. vacuum?
I've done it. Listen, sometimes the caffeine hits at a weird hour and you're like, I gotta get productive.
The adult version
I gotta
does
get
use
productive.
these.
opposite.
See?
I had a friend who when she would have too much to drink, she would come back to her apartment and all of her roommates were like, oh my God. She would come back and she'd be drunk and she would just start cleaning. And we knew we were in for an hour.
God, where can I find those kind of drunks?
Yeah, seriously. And she is also very OCD, I think. And so she has to have the lines in the carpet just perfect with the vacuum marks.
Oh God,
So, yeah.
that poor woman.
All right, I'm back.
All right. It's your turn, Freya.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is, I mean, I know we've been doing pretty much full fantasy lava, but when someone does lava, doesn't exactly, you don't sloop in like water, right?
Hmm.
So the idea here, I guess, would be to go down, grab whatever is still. Maybe I would even take damage from the lava, but grab whatever's there, cast a spell, and then pull him up, probably hanging from this chain with spider climb.
Trying to grab Nolgrim's body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that you could try to do that with your suit functioning as the material component like you were talking about, but that would probably need you to get out of combat first. Is the only issue. You're kind of, building collapsing. You're pressed for time.
Is Nolgrim's body still even visible?
It is
Or
like
is it-
half submerged, currently on fire. The non-magical stuff is melting.
I mean, Revivify is one action.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking about you need to get over to where your suit is over here to harvest the stuff that you would need.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, even if we can get him out of here, we have the diamond cost, I think, to just do normal revive, don't we? Or do we not?
Probably.
I don't know.
All
It's
right.
neither here nor there, I guess.
Freya, you
They,
get
ha-
out.
they
I
have a
can get
thing
Nolgrim.
planned. Either rescue the body or not.
I do have a thing. So, if all else fails.
Well, either way, from where Freya is right now, she's going to try and go down and grab what's left.
Yeah, absolutely. Bendrak does not have reach, so he doesn't get any shots.
Imagine it's pretty easy with spider climb.
Yeah, I'm not going to have you check. Yeah, you're able to, I'll say you take a cool 7 points of fire damage to fish the shit out of the molten metal, but that's about it.
All right.
That's your
And
turn.
then- yeah.
Oh, God.
I just don't know if I can move anymore with all that.
Probably, I think climbing down there and grabbing that's going to be your turn.
Okay, cool.
Bendrak is going to spend 2 legendary actions because when he switched phase, it reset, and he is going to cast Dimension Door straight up.
No more counter spells for that.
Yep. So,
Does he,
Yep.
Does he have to make any kind of check for being in melee reach?
Nope.
The cinders and black smoke surround him as he vanishes, swearing that it's not going to go much better for you next time.
He's going to make a joke. No, Grim, you're no longer burning.
No,
Still very dead.
yeah,
Do I make a
Nolgrim.
death saving throw?
no, you fell straight into the molten metal. You don't know at what point your soul left your body and passed into the ethereal plane. But you did feel yourself being tugged on a chain away from the Hall of Our Fathers, the ancestral afterlife that you would return to at the time of submerging into lava like you have. Instead, you feel the cold, clammy hands of hundreds of malformed grudge bounds slowly getting their grip on you as you have died before you've completed your book of grudges, which you now know what fate lies for you now. For the sake of dramatics and because we're needing a session, the Dammerguard are stunned by the building coming apart. If you guys need to start running, Taskell.
Mhm. One last swing of the hammer at the thing, but I.
Mhm.
Where is it? I keep losing it in the freaking list. The list is way too long.
There
Alright.
we are.
Trying to unseat the gear to loose thrum.
I will say with a 26, that succeeds. The gear pops loose. Thrum, you are free. Last possible second.
Grab Freya and get down to that. So I turn to,
Is
escape.
Freya holding on to Nolgrim's body, like basically dangling on the chain?
Yeah, the remainder of it.
Yeah, I imagine I'm holding on to like the Anakin Skywalker post volcano version
Yeah.
of Nolgrim's body.
Yep. So after Taskell's turn, would it be mine then?
Yep.
I basically want to go over here and use the Kraken Flask and use it basically. It'll probably hurt Freya a little bit, but it pulls her 10 feet closer to me and like pull her back up onto the ledge with Nolgrim's body.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say you if she's willing, I'll say we'll waive the attack roll and she just takes the damage.
You just see this what looks like almost like a squid octopus looking tentacle just wrap around your arm and pull you up next to me.
All right.
And I'm not sure if we want to just fast forward to us all basically making an escape at this point.
Yep. As you all run out, the Dammerhall guard try to take some shots at you, but you, as the building is collapsing in on itself, in a very dramatic display of ash and smoke. Good news is, hey, the smog cloud in that area is diminishing. As you all... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we cured the fart cloud.
Guys, we only have a minute.
Avalanche sends their regards.
Guys, have a minute.
Bad news is also...
minute's generous. We got like 45 seconds.
Separate thing, I did look it up. I was curious. Yeah, you can't revivify a partially disposed corpse.
Yeah.
Revivify, you need the full intact corpse.
But I imagine there's a lot of like trying.
Yeah.
You know, because the last time you had someone die, it was Fergus getting his heart ripped out, and you don't have the magic heal stone anymore that casts resurrection.
Yeah. I know we made a note of buying like I think like 300 gold diamonds just so we can use revivify. But
it can't restore them, or I guess
revivify only works on a fully intact corpse if you use it.
Yeah, the molten metal is taken too much.
Yeah, the reason I could get like revivify could be used on someone like me when I had gotten my heart ripped out. My body is largely intact when that happened. Like I know we used the magical stone, but in general.
Well, also the magical stone was resurrection, not even revivify. It was.
But I'm saying, but for revivify, it's a much weaker version. It's basically meant to bring somebody back up as soon as they fall, but there's not a ton of damage to their body.
Yep.
So you are all outside of the smeltery as it collapses in on itself, beat up, barely had gotten out. Your true foe met, and you see the burnt remains of Nulgrim's body. And we go to Nulgrim in a sequestered area in between the ethereal plane and the plane of shadows, surrounded in a wreathing nightmare mass of thousands of grudge blades who died before they could fill their duty and had mutated into something horrible. The hands clasped around him, slowly pulling him deeper into that fate worse than hell. And I will ask you, both as Nulgrim and as Loki, the player, is this the end of Nulgrim's story?
No, I think he has a lot of fight left in him.
Mm.
He's just full of rage, so he knows the king that turned on his people.
You are fighting against these hands, trying to grab you, pull you down into the eternal darkness that not even your dark vision can pierce. And deep within this place, you hear the rhythmic cling, cling of some dread smith that you have not yet seen. But then you feel something moving in the horde above you as you see a white, almost silvery light pushing its way through. As you see a warhammer smashing back and forth, caving in grudge-bound skulls before they are swiftly regenerating, and you see a slightly ethereal hand holding onto the hammer. It says, "Don't just keep standing there moping yourself. Grab on, you daft idiot!"
Reach for it.
You grab onto it, and the sensation of force being pulled as all these hands. You hear another voice, a female dwarven voice. It goes, "Come on, son, put your back into it."
I'm doing it.
Not talking to you. And then it's slight more favorite. Yeah, she was talking to me. And then pulled out, and you plop out of this. Well, you don't even know what it was, because when you look back, it's gone. And you look at your hands. You're a slightly ethereal blue, completely transparent, but still in the same clothes you were before. And you turn around, and you are in the presence of 3 other ghostly figures. You see one of them that you recognize. He was the floppy-hatted dwarf with the feather in his hat that you saw in your dream.
Mhm.
The other ones you also recognize. You see a fierce-looking dwarven warrior because you saw him in a picture in his study when you first came into Dammerhall, Durden Trinehammer. And next to him is his daughter, Queen Strega Trinehammer, which would mean the floppy-hatted fellow is the second king of Dammerhall, the third monarch. Oh, damn it. Why did I have to, in this dramatic moment, space on his name? This is why you keep handouts open, Gumbo. Oh, that's right. Fafnir Trinehammer.
Upon
You
the
are-
recognition, Nolgrim would kneel.
Durin grabs your shoulder and starts hauling you to feet, and he goes, no time for that, lad. Oh yeah, we got problems. And that's where we'll end the session.
Mhm.
Oh, I really want you to come back as an angel.
I am going to send you a PDF, Loki,
Okay.
and I want to get your thoughts on it. There are other options, but this was a long-standing backup plan I had for this part of the campaign.
Yeah, foul-mouthed dwarven angel.
So good session, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You really kicked the shit out of old Bendrak there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he had more phases, but you guys were laying into him.
Yeah, I definitely am liking the Nova ability because, man, once even before his turn, he dealt a shit ton of damage. You're like, oh shit, I can't hold back. I gotta Nova burn everything.
Yeah, I mean, he did 3/4 of your health bar went down in that first round, and I had never seen you Nova, and I thought, well, Loki's dead.
I mean,
guy's gone.
yes, but
I am I'm stoked that I was able to overcome his first shield.
yeah, that was
was
such
so
a
cool.
that was such a perfect thing that you were able to exactly hit it. So did you get that PDF I sent you?
Yeah, I'm opening it now.
It is a temporary solution, but it might be a pretty thematic one, so we can work it out.
Okay.
Gotta take some time for Freya to build you bionic legs.
Dwarf Vader.
Yes.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
I mean, no vital organs down there.
Yeah, so I hope you guys had a good time there.
Mm-hmm.